As evening settles softly around you, you feel the world growing gentle. The air dimming to a velvet hush, the sun has long since slipped behind the distant hills, leaving only the cool, steady glow of twilight to comfort your room. You settle into the warmth of your bed, your body cushioned and safe, your breath slowing to the peaceful rhythm of the night. Each inhale is gentle, each exhale a quiet invitation for rest. The world grows quieter, the sounds of day fading away, replaced by the soft lullaby of dusk. You are wrapped in stillness, floating gently at the edge of sleep. This is the sacred time when the day gives way to dreams and you, at last, are free to rest. As you let your eyes drift closed, a new light begins to bloom within you. It is the light of gratitude, the soft flicker of blessings, each one small, warm, and bright. You begin to notice them one by one, like stars appearing in a darkening sky. First is the comfort of your breath. The second is the gentle support beneath your body. The third is the knowledge that, here and now, you are safe. You let these simple truths glow softly within you, each one a tiny ember, illuminating the landscape of your heart. With every quiet moment, your awareness expands, becoming sensitive to the small kindnesses of the day now ending. You remember a smile from a stranger, a message from a friend, the soothing taste of water, the warmth of the sun on your skin. Each memory is another spark, another ember in the gathering fire of gratitude. You begin to count them not as a duty, but as a gentle celebration, a nightly ritual of remembering and honoring all that has carried you gently through the hours. As you count, you notice how each blessing changes the air around you. The world grows softer, less sharp, less urgent. The weight of worries lifts as if gratitude itself is a warm blanket, draped over every anxious thought, quieting its restlessness. Your heart slows, opening like a flower at midnight, its petals folding outward to receive the cool dew of appreciation. You do not have to search for big miracles tonight. It is enough to hold the smallest gifts, the softness of a pillow, the scent of fresh sheets, the gentle pulse of your own heartbeat. Each blessing is a gift, each moment of gratitude a gentle flame. You imagine these blessings as tiny lights scattered throughout your memory of the day. Some are bright and easy to see, others glow faintly at the edge of your awareness. You let your mind drift, revisiting each hour, each conversation, each small moment. There was laughter, perhaps only a whisper, but you remember it. There was a kindness given or received, a door held open, a word spoken with care. You let these memories gather, flickering gently, creating a constellation of comfort within you. As your mind weaves back through the day, you recall the times when you paused just for a moment to notice something beautiful, the way sunlight danced on the wall, the feel of cool water on your hands, the sound of birds in the early afternoon. You gather these memories, tucking them close to your heart. You let their light fill the quiet space around you, dispelling shadows with every soft remembrance. Each time you find a blessing, you pause to savor it, allowing gratitude to wash over you like warm rain. You do not rush. There's nowhere to be, nothing to do but rest in this gentle glow. The world waits, patient and calm. You inhale, drawing the warmth of gratitude into your chest. You exhale, releasing any lingering tension. Gratitude smooths the furrow of your brow, softens your shoulders, quiets your thoughts. It is as if you are being rocked gently by the rhythm of thankfulness. You find yourself remembering even the blessings that are easy to overlook, the simple comfort of shelter, the taste of nourishing food, kindness of those who love you, the laughter of children, distant but bright, the peace of a moment alone, the safety of being understood. You realize now that blessings are not rare, they are the very fabric of your day, woven in threads both bold and subtle. All you need do is notice that as you rest in this awareness, your body lets go, muscles soften, tension dissolves, each cell seems to glow, warmed by the fire you have kindled within. You feel gratitude not as a thought, but as a physical presence, a gentle energy moving through you, lighting every dark corner, softening every ache. You surrender to it, trusting its quiet power. Gratitude becomes a balm, soothing old wounds and easing new ones before they form. You picture gratitude as a gentle fire in the center of your chest, glowing brighter with every blessing you count. The more you notice, the more warmth you feel, until your entire being is bathed in its gentle light. You see the world around you transformed by your noticing. Shadows soften, colors deepen. Silence becomes comfort rather than emptiness. Gratitude changes everything, not by changing the world, but by changing the way you see it. You become a lighthouse, shining softly, guiding yourself toward peaceful shores. As your body grows heavier, sinking deeper into the mattress, your mind floats lighter. Unburdened and free, you feel the presence of gratitude in the space between. Thoughts in the pauses, the sighs, the quiet moments where nothing needs to be said. You realize that gratitude is always available, always waiting to be received. It is as natural as breath, as constant as the beating of your heart. You allow yourself to be held by this gentle force, to surrender fully to the safety it brings. You trust that all is well, that the universe is quietly supporting you even when you cannot see how. You thank your body for carrying you. You thank your mind for its curiosity and care. You thank your spirit for its quiet resilience, for always seeking the light. Gratitude does not erase pain, but it soothes it. It does not banish struggle, but it fills you with strength to continue. Gently, softly, one breath at a time, you begin to notice how gratitude has changed you. Your worries seem smaller, less insistent. Your heart feels open, your mind at ease. You sense a quiet joy rising within you, a happiness that does not demand attention but simply exists quietly in the background of your being. This is the magic of thankfulness. It turns the ordinary into the extraordinary, the mundane into the miraculous. Every moment, every breath becomes a blessing when seen through gratitude's eyes. As you lie quietly, you allow this feeling to grow. You repeat softly in your mind, thank you for this bed, thank you for this breath, thank you for the lessons of today, thank you for the hope of tomorrow. Each word is a prayer, a lullaby, a gentle promise to yourself. You need not have perfect words. The feeling is enough. The intention is everything. You imagine your gratitude as a gentle current flowing from you out into the world. You picture it reaching those you love, wrapping them in the same warmth you now feel. You send thanks to those who have helped you, knowingly or unknowingly. You forgive those who may have hurt you, recognizing that everyone like you seeks comfort and light. You feel the circle of gratitude widening, connecting you to others, weaving your heart into the larger tapestry of kindness and care. You begin to trust that the more gratitude you give, the more you receive. It is not a transaction, but a natural rhythm, like the ebb and flow of the tide. Each time you thank the world thanks you in return, sometimes in ways you notice, sometimes in ways that remain a quiet mystery. Gratitude is the breath of connection, the song of belonging. It is a gentle voice in the night whispering, you are part of something good. Your thoughts become slower, softer, quieter. You let gratitude guide you deeper into rest, deeper into the velvet darkness of sleep. You do not worry about what you may have forgotten, for gratitude will find its way into every corner. In its own time, there is no rush, there is only now. In this now, you are blessed. As you drift, you notice how gratitude warms even your dreams. You imagine yourself walking through fields of light, every blade of grass a blessing, every breeze a gentle reminder of goodness. You see yourself embraced by loved ones, held in a world that is gentle and kind. Your sleep becomes a journey through landscapes of comfort, each one painted in the softest colors of appreciation. You know that when you wake, the gratitude you have grown tonight will be waiting for you, woven into the fabric of tomorrow. It will color your morning with hope, your afternoon with peace, your evening with joy. You trust that the more you practice, the easier it becomes each night, a little brighter, each day a little softer. The fire of gratitude continues to glow, never fading, never faltering. It is a light you can return to again and again whenever you need comfort or peace. You let yourself surrender to it now, trusting in its quiet promise. You are safe, you are cherished, you are held. As you slip closer to sleep, you feel yourself floating on a sea of thankfulness, rocked gently by the waves of memory and hope. The night is long and peaceful, full of blessings you have yet to discover. You rest in the knowledge that gratitude will lead you through every darkness, will light your way even when you cannot see the path. And as your mind drifts further, your body sinking deeper, you sense the glow of blessings growing brighter still, inviting you to dream, to rest, to wonder what new joys tomorrow's dawn will softly bring. Night deepens outside your window, cool and velvet smooth, settling around your home like a gentle cloak. Within this softness, you are safe. The day's cares have faded to distant murmurs. The hush is welcoming, each shadow and silence cradling you with patient hands. You sink into your bed, the fabric soft against your skin, your body gently yielding to comfort. This is your time, a sanctuary where you can let go and simply be. As you rest, you feel the slow, Steady rise and fall of your breath, each inhale cool and deep. Each exhale a gentle wave that carries away tension. You begin to notice how every breath feels like a small, quiet thank you, a whisper of appreciation to your own body for moving, for living, for being present in this moment. You have made it through another day, and now you give yourself permission to rest. The worries and busy thoughts that clung to you have softened, loosening their hold as you turn your attention inward. Imagine for a moment a blanket soft as clouds woven from the purest threads of appreciation. See it forming around you, weightless and yet deeply warm. This is the blanket of gratitude. With every breath, it settles a little more firmly over your shoulders, around your heart. Every sigh you release is like a knot gently untied, another worry easing from your grasp. The blanket thickens with each memory of kindness, every recollection of a small pleasure or simple joy. You do not have to search for these moments. You only need to allow them to rise unhurried to the surface of your mind. You remember the taste of your morning tea or coffee, the comfort of familiar flavors greeting you as sunlight filtered through the window. You recall the moment a song you love played unexpectedly, its melody sparking a smile. Perhaps there was a stranger's nod or a friend's gentle word, or the delight of fresh air against your face when you stepped outside. Each memory is a patch in your blanket, lovingly sewn, wrapping you in warm dot with each inhale. You gather up another thread of appreciation. The texture grows richer, softer, more substantial. Gratitude is not only for the big things, those grand, rare moments, but for the humble, everyday gifts that sustain and steady you. The softness of socks, the quiet hum of the refrigerator in the next room, the laughter you heard, whether you join in or only listen from afar. Familiar creak of a chair, the safe boundaries of your home, every detail, no matter how small, is worthy of thanks. Each becomes part of the comfort that envelops you now. You notice that as the blanket forms, the edges of your worry seem to blur. Thoughts that once felt sharp and urgent become distant, muffled by gratitude's embrace. You remember a challenge from the day, a problem unsolved, a conversation that lingered uncomfortably. For a moment, the worry rises, trying to break the calm, but as you breathe, you invite appreciation to soften its grip. You thank yourself for caring so deeply, for wanting to do well, for loving enough to be concerned. You realize even your worries are evidence of your caring heart. You gently tuck them into the folds of the blanket, letting gratitude ease their edges, quiet their urgency. There is a gentle music in this stillness, a lullaby that only you can hear. It is woven from your thank yous, sung softly in the language of the heart. Each thank you is a note, and together they form a melody that soothes and reassures. You listen, feeling the way the music settles your mind, slows your heartbeat, relaxes your jaw, loosens your hands. You are becoming lighter, more peaceful, your entire being wrapped in the safety of appreciation. You recall the warmth of water, the way it slipped across your hands as you washed them, the simple luxury of cleanliness. You think of a moment when you looked up at the sky blue, gray, or starred and felt a quiet awe. Maybe you glimpsed the curve of the moon, a bird in flight, the shifting patterns of clouds. Each image is a comfort, another stitch in your blanket, another reason to be grateful for the world that holds you. You remember your own resilience, the way you moved through moments of tiredness or frustration, the way you answered the days calls. You give thanks for your perseverance, for your ability to keep going, even when you doubted yourself. Appreciation does not ask you to ignore what was hard. Instead, it invites you to rest in what was good, to let it be a cushion for your soul. You think of your body, how it has served you, how it holds you now. You give thanks for the heartbeat that has carried you through every minute, for lungs that draw in air, for muscles that relax beneath the weight of the blanket. Perhaps there are aches or tiredness or things you wish were different. Even so, you offer thanks softly and without expectation. Gratitude is not perfection, it is presence. It is the willingness to find beauty in what is here, right now. You feel the blanket becoming even heavier, not as a burden, but as a deep reassurance. It is the weight of kindness, of all that is good, of every small mercy and gentle moment. The blanket covers your feet, your legs, your chest, your arms, your cheeks. Your worries shrink to the size of grains of sand. Almost lost amid the vast comfort of appreciation, you sigh, a sound that is part release and part relief. Each exhale is another thread, another thank you sewn into your blanket. You remember the way someone looked at you today, or smiled, or simply acknowledged your presence. Maybe it was a loved one, maybe a stranger, maybe only yourself in the mirror. Every glance Every gesture, every shared moment is a blessing, and tonight you recognize them all. The blanket grows heavier, more secure. It protects you from cold, from loneliness, from doubt. It is made of gratitude, and it is stronger than fear. Your mind floats to a memory from long ago, a moment of laughter, a touch of joy, a kindness you almost forgot. You realize that these memories live within you, that they are never truly lost. The blanket of appreciation wraps itself around these old gifts too, holding them close, letting their light continue to shine. You think of the kindnesses you have offered others, and you allow yourself to receive thanks as well. The blanket does not only hold what you have been given, it holds what you have given too. Every loving word, every helping hand, every act of compassion each is a thread in the fabric that now shelters you. You are not only a recipient of gratitude, but a source as well. Your generosity is remembered, cherished, and returned. You notice your breathing has slowed even more. Each inhale is a gentle yes. Each exhale a release. You become aware of how safe you feel, how deeply held by the softness that surrounds you. The night outside is vast, but within this blanket, you are cocooned, protected, and at peace. You are free to let go. The lullaby of appreciation continues, soft and unending. It weaves through the silence, calming your mind, softening your heart. You drift between wakefulness and sleep, the boundary as delicate as the edge of a dream. The blanket carries you, floating, weightless, and anchored at the same time. You sense that the world is full of good things, waiting to be noticed, small joys hidden in every corner, waiting to become part of your blanket. You trust that tomorrow will bring more blessings, new comforts, unexpected kindnesses to add to your collection. The night stretches out ahead, full of possibilities not yet revealed. As you slip further into stillness, you imagine your blanket growing even larger, expanding beyond your bed, your room, your home. You picture it covering those you love, wrapping around your friends, your family, even strangers you have never met. The warmth of your appreciation becomes a gift you send out into the world, knowing that everything you returns multiplied. You do not have to remember every detail, every blessing. The blanket holds them all, keeping them safe for you. You rest in the assurance that you are always surrounded by goodness, even when you cannot see it. Every sigh, every thank you, every gentle release becomes part of the lullaby that carries you deeper into peace. The world is quieter now. You hear only the softest sounds, the hush of your breath, the distant sigh of night air, the quiet hum of your heart. The blanket of appreciation is all around you, warm, weighty, and secure. You have nothing to do, nowhere to go, nothing to prove. You are enough, just as you are, held in the softness of gratitude. As you drift ever closer to sleep, you wonder just for a moment what gifts tomorrow's gentle light will quietly, softly bring in the gentle, silvery hush that comes. Before dawn, you lie still, cocooned in the soft remnants of night. The world outside your window is barely stirring. There is only the quiet suggestion of morning, a subtle brightening at the edge of the sky. The air holds a delicate anticipation, as if the universe is holding its breath, waiting to reveal what is newly possible. You sense this change not just around you, but within you, a feeling of peace and subtle excitement, a readiness that lives deep in your heart. You notice, even before opening your eyes, a sense of lightness and renewal. The worries and noise of yesterday are distant now, softened by the kindness and gratitude that blanketed you through the night. You feel safe in your body, grounded in your breath, and gently aware of the space where sleep and wakefulness meet. In this in-between, you linger, letting your mind drift in the liminal glow. This is the sacred beginning, the quiet portal into a day shaped by thankfulness. Thankfulness. You listen to the first sounds of morning, the whisper of wind, a distant bird, faint hum of a world beginning again. Each sound is gentle, familiar, and new. Your room glows softly, light filtering through curtains in pale blue and gold. Everything feels washed clean by the night, as if gratitude has polished the world, leaving it gleaming, open, and full of promise. You remember as you lie there the warmth of appreciation that held you through the dark hours. You recall how you counted blessings, how every small moment became a light, how you let yourself be soothed and carried by gratitude's gentle current. You realize that something has shifted. The night was not just for rest, but for weaving miracles, quiet, invisible, but deeply real. You feel it now, an undercurrent of abundance, a sense that your life is expanding in unseen ways. With each breath, you welcome the energy of a new day. You are not rushing, not pushing. Instead, you are receiving softly, with curiosity, with wonder. You begin to notice the first blessings of morning, the comfort of a warm blanket, the softness of your pillow, the safe shelter of your room. Each one is a gift, both ordinary and extraordinary. You pause, letting gratitude rise again. Warming you from the inside, you open your eyes slowly, seeing the gentle glow of morning. The world feels familiar, yet subtly transformed. Every object, the chair, the window, the pattern of light on the wall seems touched by something tender. It is as if your nighttime thankfulness has colored everything with a new softness. You feel at home in your own life, grateful for this moment and all the moments to come. You notice how the habit of gratitude, practiced in the stillness of night, has woven itself into your waking. It is effortless now to see blessings, to feel thankful, to find beauty in the smallest things. You realize that this is how miracles begin, quietly, naturally, seated in your heart while you sleep. Each day, your awareness grows. Your vision widens, your heart opens just a little more. You become a magnet for goodness simply by noticing it, simply by receiving it. You rise from bed. Your movements gentle, your body refreshed. Each step feels like an act of thankfulness bowed to the earth. A greeting to the day. You let yourself savor the small rituals of morning, stretching, feeling the floor beneath your feet, tasting the first sip of water or tea. Each sensation is vivid, full, alive. You are present for it all, not lost in hurry or worry, but awake to the beauty of now. As you move through your home, you notice details that might once have slipped by. The smooth coolness of the sink, the way sunlight dances on a mug, the quiet strength of your own hands. You give silent thanks for each of these, letting your gratitude flow outward, coloring everything it touches. You sense that nothing is too small for your appreciation. Every detail is a blessing. Every moment a doorway to more. You greet the people you love or remember them if they are far away. You offer thanks for their presence in your life, for the ways they have shaped and supported you. You let your gratitude soften any old hurts, opening the way for new understanding. You send kindness silently like a gentle breeze, trusting that it will return to you multiplied. You realize that every relationship, every connection, is a gift to thread in the tapestry of abundance that gratitude has begun to weave. As you step outside or look out your window, you see the world awakening. Trees shimmer with early light. Birds call to each other in hopeful song. The air is fresh and alive, carrying the scent of possibility. You let yourself be part of this awakening, breathing in the morning, feeling yourself expanding with every inhale. Gratitude moves with you, a gentle energy that both grounds and lifts, steady and buoyant at once. You find yourself smiling, not for any particular reason, but because joy is a natural companion to thankfulness. You realize how different your day feels when you begin it with appreciation, how challenges seem less daunting, how solutions come more easily, how kindness seems to flow toward you. The world responds to your gratitude, echoing it back in 1,000 ways. You move through your morning tasks, each one a meditation, each one an opportunity for more thanks. You notice the strength in your body, the cleverness of your mind, the resilience of your spirit. Even small frustrations or delays are softened by the memory of your nighttime gratitude. You meet them with patience, with curiosity, with a quiet belief that blessings often arrive disguised. You remember now that gratitude is a practice, not a performance. It is not about ignoring pain or pretending that everything is perfect. It is about noticing what is good, even in the midst what is hard. It is about opening to possibility, allowing yourself to receive, believing that you are worthy of abundance in all its forms. You see that every act of noticing, every moment of thanks, is a step on a path that never truly ends. As the sun rises higher, your sense of abundance deepens. You feel a quiet confidence growing within, a belief that you can meet whatever the day brings, that you will find support, that miracles are always near. You trust in the process, knowing that gratitude creates the conditions for blessings to appear. You feel how each new gift, each kindness, each opportunity is both a surprise and somehow familiar. As if you dreamed it into being, you pause now and then to return to your breath, to your body, to the present. You remember the comfort of the night, the safety of being held by appreciation. You know that you can return to that feeling anytime, at noon, at sunset, in moments of stress or fear. Gratitude is not something you leave behind with sleep. It is a companion, a constant, a gentle anchor in every hour. You find yourself curious about what else this day will bring. You open the door to possibility, inviting the unknown with hope and openness. Each new moment is an unopened gift, each interaction a chance for kindness, each breath a new beginning. You realize that your gratitude is not just for what has already happened, but for what is on its way. For all the ways abundance will reveal itself as you move forward. You meet others with softness, with a willingness to see the best in them, to expect kindness, to share warmth. You notice how people respond to your gratitude, how smiles linger longer, how conversations become gentler, how small acts of generosity ripple outward. You are part of a larger web of blessings, each thread strengthened by your awareness and appreciation. You allow yourself to dream, to imagine what you desire, to trust that what is meant for you will find its way. You do not grasp or chase, you simply receive, letting your heart remain open and light. You know that the universe responds to gratitude with more to be grateful for, in ways seen and unseen, expected and miraculous. That as the day unfolds, you carry the lessons of the night with you, the comfort of appreciation, the softness of letting go, the warmth of being held by gratitude. You move gently, you rest when needed, you savor what is good. You notice how even small setbacks are softened by your practice, how you can begin again and again, each time returning to the gentle awareness that abundance is already here. You feel the cycle of gratitude continuing night into morning, morning into afternoon, afternoon into the promise of another dusk. You trust that when the day is done, you will find new blessings to count, new moments to savor, new reasons to give thanks. Gratitude is not just a feeling, but a way of being, a lens through which you see the world, a rhythm that carries you through the turning of the earth. That as evening approaches once more, you look back on the day and notice how many small miracles have arrived. You give thanks softly, knowing that you are both the weaver and the witness of your own abundance. You prepare to return to the comfort of night, to wrap yourself again in appreciation, to let gratitude lead you into rest. But for now, as the morning brightens and your heart opens, you stand at the threshold of the new day. You are awake to new blessings, both the ones you can see and the ones still waiting to be revealed. The journey of gratitude is always just beginning, a path you travel with each breath, each step, each quiet thank you. You move forward, gentle and curious, trusting in the unfolding wonder of what comes next. Night begins as a gentle hush, settling first in the farthest corners and slowly drifting inward. Shadows lengthen on your walls, the world softening as the sun slips beyond the horizon. All around you, the colors of the day fade into velvet blue. It is the hour when the busy world grows quiet, the light itself whispering, rest now, let go. You are wrapped in this deepening darkness, safe and cradled by the rhythm of night. You lie down, your body heavy upon the bed, the last echoes of the day swirling softly inside you. The air is cool, tinged with the scent of dust, clean, expectant, open. Your thoughts move gently, like slow clouds drifting across the sky. This is the time to loosen your grip, to set aside the burdens you have carried, to become as weightless as the night breeze. You are not in a hurry. There is only the soft invitation of now. With a long, slow breath in, you fill your lungs with the peace of darkness. With a long, slow breath out, you release the first of many burdens. Feel the way your shoulders soften, the muscles in your neck yield to gravity, the furrows on your brow slowly smoothing. You let out a sigh, feeling its quiet vibration in your chest, a sound that says, I am here. I am ready to let go. To let go. You notice the worries that have followed you through the day. They are like autumn leaves, clinging to the branches of your mind, each one shaped by hopes, by disappointments, by the unfinished conversations and unanswered questions. You do not need to name each worry, only notice their presence, each with its own quiet color and weight. You see them gathered around you, delicate and fragile, trembling with the softest wind. With each gentle exhale, you imagine a burden slipping, free, spiraling slowly downward. The leaf drifts from your mind's branch and lands softly on the forest floor of your imagination. You watch as it settles among many others, a golden worry, a crimson fear, a pale green regret. You are not sad to see them go. There is comfort in the letting go, relief in the surrender. Another breath, another release. You picture the leaves swirling gently as they fall, carried by currents you cannot control, finding rest where they will. You do not have to chase them or gather them up. You trust that the earth knows what to do with them, that in time all burdens become nourishment. All worries transform in the soil of stillness. You continue one breath at a time, letting go. You feel the release in your jaw, your hands, your feet, the tension in your chest unravels like a knotted string replaced by soft open space. Your mind becomes quieter, less crowded. You do not need to fix or solve anything in this hour. You do not need to hold the world upright. The stars outside have their own wisdom. The trees their own roots. You can rest. You are allowed to rest. You sense how the night sky holds you, vast and patient, above a sweep of silver and indigo, an endless canopy stretching beyond the edge of sight. You imagine the stars as tiny lanterns, shining through the emptiness. Each one is a promise. There is beauty in what remains when you let go. The sky is not diminished by its darkness. It is made more wondrous by its open expanse. With every exhale, you surrender a little more. Worries about tomorrow released, regrets about yesterday set down, the need to be perfect, to be busy, to be in control all drift away, soft as breath, gentle as the touch of moonlight on your cheek. There is nothing you must do, nothing you must hold. Emptiness is not absence. It is space for peace, for comfort, for something gentle and new. You feel the outline of your body melting into the mattress, the boundary between you and the world dissolving. There is a freedom here in becoming formless and surrendering to the pull of gravity, the pull of rest. You are like a river returning to the sea, the effort of the journey easing as you draw closer to stillness. You notice that the more you let go, the safer you feel. The night is not an enemy, but a friend, a keeper of secrets, a guardian of dreams. In the hush, you remember that you are not alone. Countless others are releasing their burdens too, breathing out their worries into the night. You are part of a great unseen community of surrender. Letting go is not forgetting, not abandoning, but honoring. It is trusting that what matters will remain, that you can lay down what you have carried and still be whole. You are not defined by your burdens. You are defined by your willingness to release, to trust, to become light. You imagine the earth beneath you, ancient and wise, cradling all that you release. Your worries settle into the ground, joining a rich compost of human experience. There they are transformed, softened, broken down, made harmless by time and patience. The earth does not judge what you offer. It accepts, holds, and returns in new form. You lie quietly, feeling the vast emptiness within and around you. It is not frightening. It is soothing, cool, and endless. In emptiness, there's room for rest, for healing, for the gentle rival of dreams. You are suspended in a moment outside of time, a moment where nothing is required and everything is possible. Of worries drift back as they sometimes do. You welcome them gently, acknowledging their presence. Then, with kindness, you invite them to rest beside the others. No need to hold on tightly. No need to chase them away. Just allow them to settle, to become part of the soft, leaf-strewn ground of your night. You notice now the deep, rhythmic sound of your own breath. Inhale, receiving cool, peaceful air. Exhale, releasing what no longer serves. Your breath is a tide, washing in, washing out, reshaping the landscape of your heart. With each cycle, you feel emptier and yet more complete. You become aware of your heartbeat, slow and steady. Each beat is a gentle drum in the darkness, a reminder of your presence, your persistence, your being. You are alive, you are here, and you are allowed to rest. Your heart knows how to beat, just as the night knows how to comfort. You listen to the subtle symphony of night, the hush of wind against the window, the distant call of a bird, the creak of your house settling into quiet. All these sounds reassure you that life continues outside, that you can pause your vigilance. You're planning, you're striving. The world will turn even as you sleep. As you let go, you imagine the worries you have released turning to mist, rising from the forest floor to meet the stars. They become part of the night sky, indistinguishable from the clouds and constellations. What once weighed you down is now weightless, floating, drifting, transformed. You may recall a moment from the day, a sharp word, a difficult task, an unresolved question. You see it now, softened by distance, its edges blunted by compassion. You offer it the same kindness you offer yourself. You have done enough. You are enough. It is safe to let go. The memory recedes, joining the gentle swirl of the night. Your mind drifts unanchored, wandering through landscapes of dream and memory. You see yourself walking through a forest at dusk, the ground soft beneath your feet, leaves rustling overhead. With each step, another burden falls away, landing quietly on the mossy earth. You do not look back. You walk lighter, freer, more open to what lies ahead. You become aware of a growing peace, a sense of stillness settling deep inside. The emptiness you feared is now your comfort. Your solace in this space, you are safe to rest, to heal, to be. The world outside may still be busy, but here in this sanctuary of darkness, you are untouched by urgency. You realize now that letting go is not a single act, but a gentle practice. It is a promise you make to yourself each night, a gift you give to your own heart. Some nights it is easy, the leaves falling quickly, effortlessly. Other nights you may need to hold each burden a little longer before it loosens. Either way, the invitation remains: release, rest, trust. You feel your body relaxing more deeply with each breath. Your limbs are heavy and warm. Your mind quiet and open. You surrender to gravity, to the pull of sleep, to the wisdom of darkness. You are held, supported, cherished by the night. In this emptiness, you sense something gentle and new stirring, a hope, a possibility, a soft beginning. You do not need to name it or chase it. You only need to make room, to receive, to trust. And what is meant for you will come. The empty space is fertile ground, ready for dreams to take root. As you drift toward sleep, you let yourself be carried by the current of letting go. You float, weightless, suspended between the stars and the earth. There's nothing you must do, nothing you must fix, nothing you must hold. You rest now, unburdened, peaceful and open, awaiting whatever gentle new thing the night may bring. Night deepens, folding softly around you, gentle as the caress of a silk scarf trailing through the air. You lie nestled in stillness, cushioned by darkness, surrounded by quiet. The world outside has faded to whispers, streetlights shimmering far away. The hum of life reduced to a distant lullaby. In this cocoon of calm, you begin to sense the subtle, invisible currents moving through the room, a promise of change on the cool night breeze. You turn your attention to your breath. Each inhale draws in cool, clean air. Each exhale is a silent invitation to release. Your body becomes lighter, softer with every breath. Imagine for a moment your cares as tiny paper lanterns, fragile, luminous, each holding a small concern, a knot of tension, a weight you've carried. With a gentle breath out, you picture these lanterns rising from your chest, slipping from your shoulders, leaving the surface of your skin as if drawn upward by an unseen hand. The night breeze enters through a cracked window or simply exists, present in your imagination, fresh, patient, and wise. One by one, your lanterns of worry are lifted, floating upward into the darkness. Watch as they sway, rising and swirling, the edges glowing in the pale light of the moon. Breeze catches them, carrying each worry higher, away from you, into the vast, endless sky. Your shoulders relax, the muscles of your neck unclench. The small, secret worries behind your eyes are soothed. You feel the air shifting around you, cool, gentle, persistent. With every exhale, another lantern is launched. Each represents a thought you no longer wish to hold, the tension of something left unsaid, the list unfinished, the worry for someone you love, the what if that never resolves. The night accepts them all, offering freedom with every passing current. You become aware that you are lighter, your body floating softly on the surface of the bed. You are both here and everywhere, your heart tethered to the earth, your spirit adrift on the breeze, your concerns released, dissolve into the night like mist, like stardust. You do not chase after them. You trust that the wind will carry them where they belong. With each breath, you sense new spaciousness inside you. Your chest feels open, your mind clearer. You notice that your thoughts, once crowded and urgent, have become like distant birds gliding on invisible currents. You observe them unattached, letting each one rise and fall, carried by the soft wind of your awareness. Now, you imagine the sky above you, vast, deep, and blue-black, sprinkled with the quiet light of stars. You are no longer hemmed in by the walls of your room. Instead, you are open, limitless. The night sky is your mind, clear and free. The past and the future slip away, leaving you floating in an ocean of possibility. You find yourself drifting, not toward any particular destination, but simply carried, buoyed, supported by the night air. You let go of the need to direct your course. There's no hurry, no urgency. Each breath, each gentle movement is enough. You do not need to know where you will land. You are held by the wisdom of the breeze, the quiet magic of surrender. Your body grows softer still, your bones heavy and your skin cool. There's a sense of melting, of yielding, as if you are dissolving into the air around you. Your thoughts, your stories, your identities, each one loosens, drifting with the wind. Freed from old attachments, the night breeze knows how to carry you, how to soothe you, how to help you let go. You imagine yourself outside under the stars, lying in a field or atop a gentle hill. The grass is cool beneath your back. The wind brushes your cheeks, tangling softly in your hair. You feel the earth's solid presence below, the sky's endless expanse above. You are balanced between gravity and flight, perfectly at ease. Above, the moon watches over you, its silver light a blessing. You listen to the hush, the breeze whispering through leaves, the distant song of night insects, the subtle shifting of the world at rest. Everything is gentle, everything unhurried. You are part of this peace, this slow turning of the earth. Beneath the sky, with every gentle current, the breeze brings not only release, but newness. The old tensions and worries have drifted away, leaving space for something lighter. You begin to sense the subtle, shimmering possibility that hovers just beyond your reach. A new thought, a new hope, a whisper of change. You do not need to seize it. You let it approach in its own time, trusting the wind to bring you what is meant for you. You float on the breeze, aware of your body and yet uncaged by it. Your mind expands, filling the sky, mingling with the quiet promise of tomorrow. You wonder what blessings wait beyond the horizon, what gentle surprises the night is preparing for you. Curiosity stirs, soft and undemanding, a desire to welcome the unknown. You allow your attention to move like a feather on the wind, drifting from one peaceful thought to another. Each possibility is a star, each hope a glimmer on the horizon. You do not need to decide or plan. You simply allow. You trust the breeze, the night, the rhythm of release. Sometimes an old thought returns, a worry or fear, a shadow from the day. You notice it gently, acknowledging its presence, and then with a deep exhale, you offer it to the wind. You watch as it rises, a lantern on the night air, joining the others that drift ever higher. You feel the lightness return, the openness inside you expanding again. Your heart is steady, beating quietly in your chest. You are alive, and that is enough. You do not need to prove or accomplish, to strive or hold. You rest in the certainty that you are carried, cherished, lifted by forces you cannot see but can feel. The night breeze is your ally, your comfort, your silent guide. You become aware of the possibility that freedom brings. In letting go, you create space, not emptiness, but potential. The things you have released are not lost, they have simply changed form, become part of something greater. You feel your heart open to what might come, to the gifts you could not have imagined while holding tight to the old, floating. You are both weightless and whole. Your mind is vast and silent, like the sky after a storm. The worries that once felt so large have become distant, transformed by the journey through the night air. You feel peace settling over you, a softness that seeps into every part of your being. You drift into space, unanchored, safe. The night breeze is endless, patient. There is nowhere you must go, nothing you must do. You are free to explore, to imagine, to simply be. You trust in the wisdom of not knowing, in the gentle unfolding of the unknown. If sleep approaches, you welcome it as another current, another breeze carrying you further into stillness. If you remain awake, you rest, content to float, curious about what waits beyond the visible edge of things. There is no pressure, no goal, only the comfort of being carried. You notice now how your breathing has slowed, how your body has surrendered, how your heart has softened. The world is quiet, the air cool and fresh. You are safe, supported, buoyed by a force as ancient as the wind, as gentle as the moonlight. Each exhale is a further release, each inhale an invitation to peace. The night is long, but you are never alone. All around you, others are floating, carried by their own breezes, letting go in their own way. You sense their presence, distant but kindred, a silent community joined by the act of release. You belong here, among the dreamers, the drifters, the gentle hearts. You surrender to the journey, knowing that the breeze will guide you home. You do not need a map, a plan, or a purpose. You trust in the gentle intelligence of the wind, kindness of the night. You are exactly where you need to be, somewhere beyond your vision. New blessings are forming, quiet, bright, patiently waiting. You sense their approach, not with anxiety, but with wonder. The world is wide, the sky open, the possibilities endless. You rest, knowing that everything will arrive in its own time. Floating, you drift further, lighter, freer. You are at peace with not knowing, with simply being. Breeze carries you onward through the night, toward horizons unseen, toward the promise of what is yet to be discovered. And you let yourself drift, curious and soft, not needing to know where you'll land. There is a quiet before dawn that feels sacred, a breathless hush where everything is possible, where the world has not yet chosen its shape. You lie at the edge of waking, Your body wrapped in soft sheets, your mind cradled by the memory of night. In this delicate threshold, you notice a lightness inside you, as if something has been lifted. The burdens you carried have drifted away, scattered like petals on the silent breeze. There is space now, cool and clear, waiting to be filled with the gentle promise of a new day. You breathe in the freshness of morning, the air cool and faintly scented with hope. With each breath, you sense the difference. Your chest feels open, your heart unhurried. Your mind no longer crowded by yesterday's shadows, but once felt heavy and immovable has dissolved, softened by the wisdom of release. In the tender light, you discover that letting go is not an act you perform once and then forget. It is a rhythm, a gentle tide, and invitation renewed with every sunrise. That slowly you open your eyes. The room is awash in the palest gold, edges soft, the world outside still hushed in early light. You linger in this moment, savoring the quiet, feeling the way the emptiness of night has given way to spaciousness inside you. There's nothing to rush toward, nothing demanding your attention. You are allowed to simply exist, to breathe, to rest in this open expanse. You recall the journey of the night, how you loosen your grip on old worries, how you watch them float away on the wind, how you let the darkness hold them for you. You remember how you surrendered, not in defeat but in trust. You let the night receive your cares. And now, in the gentle embrace of dawn, you feel what remains a sense of lightness, a deeper peace, a readiness for what is new. You stretch, gently feeling the subtle energy that comes with being unburdened. Each movement is easier, your limbs no longer bound by invisible weights. You notice your breath slow, steady, free. There is a softness to your thoughts, a quiet joy humming in the background. The voice of self-doubt is quieter now, replaced by a sense of spaciousness and ease. The hush of the night lingers, a gentle reminder that you can let go again as often as you need. Letting go is not a destination, but a companion always available, always kind. You remember that there will be new worries, new things to release, but you trust yourself to meet them with softness, to offer them to the night, to wake lighter. Once more, each cycle of release opens you further, creating more space for light, for hope, for possibility. You rise from your bed, your feet meeting the floor with gratitude. The world outside is awakening, colors brightening, sounds beginning to return. You feel yourself in harmony with this newness, your own heart beating with the gentle rhythm of the morning. The spaces where burdens once lived are now invitations for breath, for joy, for wonder. You move through your morning slowly, savoring each moment. You notice how different it feels to meet the day without the weight of yesterday's worries. The taste of water is crisp, the light pouring through the window is golden. The touch of fabric is comforting, each sensation is clearer, more vivid. Because there's room inside you to receive it, you greet the people in your life, or remember them with kindness if they are far away. You notice how your unburdened spirit makes you more patient, more gentle, more willing to listen and to love. Your presence is a gift, soft, open, welcoming. You sense the ripples you're letting go sends into the world, making it easier for others to release what they carry too. As the day unfolds, you carry the memory of the night with you, a memory not of darkness, but of spaciousness, of possibility, of trust. You remember that the night is always waiting, ready to receive your worries, to offer you rest, to teach you the art of surrender. You feel gratitude for this partnership, for the rhythm of letting go and beginning again. Obstacles may appear, as they do in every day, but you no longer meet them with clenched fists or a crowded mind. Instead, you pause, you breathe, you remember that you can let go, that nothing needs to be held forever. You trust in your ability to release what does not serve you, to create space for what does. You walk outside, feeling the morning air on your skin, the gentle sun on your face. You look up at the sky, endless blue, alive with possibility. You imagine your spirit expanding, stretching into this open sky, free from the boundaries of old stories and expectations. You realize that letting go does not make you empty. It makes you spacious, receptive, ready for the world's gifts. You think of the lessons of the night, how emptiness can be safe, how surrender is a strength, how peace comes not from holding tighter, but from softening your grip. You promise yourself to remember this, to return to it as often as you need. Letting go is a gentle promise, always kept, always renewed. You meet each task, each conversation, each challenge with a spirit of ease. You do not need to prove yourself or earn your place. You simply arrive, open and present, willing to receive what the day offers. When tension arises, as it sometimes will, You greet it like an old friend. You breathe into it. You thank it for what it has taught you, and when you are ready, you let it go dot as the hours pass. You discover new blessings, unexpected kindness, a moment of laughter, the beauty of a tree in bloom, the comfort of your own breath. You realize that in making space inside yourself, you have made room for more joy, more connection, more life. Each blessing feels familiar, as if it has been waiting for you to make space, to notice, to receive. You know there will be times when you forget, when the weight returns, when worries gather like clouds. But now you have the memory of the night, the knowledge that you can let go. You do not need to do it all at once. A single breath, a gentle exhale, a soft intention is enough. You are learning the art of release, one moment at a time. You pause again, standing in the light, feeling the world move around you. You sense the presence of countless others, all learning, all letting go, all awakening to the newness of this day. You feel connected, part of something larger or great. Gentle rhythm of surrender and renewal dot as afternoon approaches. You rest in the assurance that you are allowed to set things down, to make space, to begin again. Practice of letting go is with you always, a quiet wisdom, a faithful friend. You trust that whatever you release will find its place, that you are not diminished by what you leave behind, but expanded by what you make room for. The sky shifts, the sun climbs, the world grows busier, but inside you there remains a stillness, a clear space, a place where worries dissolve and peace abides. You carry this space with you, a sanctuary you can return to with every breath. That evening will come, as it always does. And when it does, you will return to the practice, offering your burdens to the night, trusting that you will wake lighter once again. For now, you simply move forward and burden open, curious about what new joys the day will softly bring. You remind yourself that letting go is not the end, but the beginning, and the emptiness left behind. Something gentle and new is always waiting. You rise light and free, ready to greet the gifts of the day. And as you step into this morning, you carry with you the gentle promise always kept, always renew, that you can let go again and again, and begin anew. Night drapes the world in velvet, a blanket of stillness that hushes every sound, slows every movement, soothes every restless thought. You settle beneath this gentle darkness, cradled by silence, comforted by the familiar weight of your bed. All around you, the day's noise is faded, its tasks and worries slipping away like footprints in sand at the tide's return. There is nothing left to do, nothing left to prove, only this quiet hour, this sacred pause where a possibility stirs. Just beneath the surface, you breathe in slow and deep, feeling your body soften, your heart become receptive. Each exhale is a letting go, a gentle surrender to the peace of night. The air is cool and fragrant, tinged with the scent of dreams and the subtle promise of something more. You are safe here, wrapped in the wisdom of darkness, anchored in the certainty that you are enough, that you are worthy just as you are. With eyes closed, you begin to imagine a garden, a secret space that exists only for you. The ground is soft and dark, warm beneath your bare feet. The air is rich with earth and rain, alive with quiet energy. This is the place where intentions grow, where wishes take root, where hope is as natural as breathing. You kneel in this imagined garden, hands sifting the fragrant soil. You notice its texture crumbling, nourishing, ready to receive whatever you offer. In your palm, you hold a handful of tiny seeds, each one a possibility, each one a quiet wish. There's no rush. The night is generous, patient, endless. You consider, but you desire gently, kindly, without fear or grasping. Abundance is not about having more for the sake of more. It is about trusting in plenty, in sufficiency, in the overflowing goodness of the universe. You let yourself wish softly for enough time, for enough health, for enough joy. Perhaps you wish for more love, for freedom, for creativity, for ease. Each wish becomes a seed, round and full of promise. With the gentlest touch, you begin to plant these seeds in the dark earth. One by one, you nestle them in, covering them with soil, whispering your hopes into the quiet night. You do not need to explain or justify. The earth receives every seed, every wish, without judgment. The darkness is fertile, a womb for new beginnings. As you plant, you notice the warmth growing in your chest, a slow, golden glow that radiates outward, a feeling of gentle faith. You imagine this warmth as the energy that will nourish your seeds, encouraging them to sprout and thrive. With each breath, you send this warmth deeper, into the ground of your dream garden, into the very heart of every intention. You pause, savoring this act of creation. There is magic in planting, in believing that something invisible can become something real. You do not need to force or hurry the process. The garden knows its own timing, and so do your dreams. Your task is simply to plant, to believe, to rest. You lean back and gaze at the garden, moonlight shining on the soil, a hush of expectation in the air. You cannot see the seeds beneath the surface, but you trust in their presence in the darkness. Life is stirring, tiny roots unfurl, small shoots quest upward, all in their own secret. Miraculous time, abundance grows quietly, watered by your gentle belief, fed by your willingness to receive. You let your imagination play. What will these seeds become? Maybe one will grow into a strong tree of confidence, its branches spreading wide. Another may blossom as a radiant flower of love, fragrant and bright. Still another might become a leafy vine of opportunity, climbing ever higher. You do not need to choose which will bloom first or which will grow tallest. Each seed has its own destiny, and all are worthy of the space you give them with each breath. You nourish your garden. You picture the roots spreading in the soft earth, weaving together beneath the surface hidden, but vital, strong. This underground web is your foundation, your support, even as you sleep. These roots will work, growing deeper, making you more resilient, more open to all that is good. You feel gratitude for your willingness to plant, for your courage to hope, for your ability to believe in what cannot yet be seen. You rest in the understanding that abundance is not a destination, but a relationship, a dance between you and the universe, a conversation in which your dreams are always heard. You sense the gentle, watchful presence of the night, holding your garden, protecting your seeds. You do not need to stand guard. You can rest. The dark is not empty. It is full of promise, teeming with unseen life. You let your body relax, your mind drift, your spirit open to the vastness of possibility. You picture the warmth in your heart glowing brighter, spreading through your entire being. It radiates from you, seeping into the ground, infusing every seed with hope and love. This warmth is your faith in yourself, your trust in the process, your openness to receive. Abundance is not something you earn or chase. It is something you allow, something you invite, something you welcome with each gentle breath. You imagine rain falling softly in the night, tiny silver drops nourishing your garden, pulling on leaves, soaking into the soil. You hear the quiet music of water meeting earth, a lullaby for your growing dreams. You trust that every wish is cared for, every seed remembered, nothing forgotten or overlooked. As you rest, you feel your own needs being met, your body relaxed, your mind quiet, your heart content. The seeds you plant tonight are not only for material wealth or outward success, but for all forms of abundance, peace, joy, purpose, connection, creativity, health. You trust that the universe knows what you truly need and will help your garden flourish in ways both expected and surprising. You turn your thoughts to gratitude. You thank the earth for its patience, the night for its shelter, yourself for your willingness to try again. Each thank you is another seed, another source of nourishment. You realize that gratitude and abundance are companions. Each feeds the other, each grows stronger with practice. You imagine walking barefoot through your dream garden, feeling the cool soil, the gentle curve of each sprouting plant. You marvel at the diversity of what you have planted, some seeds sown with clear intention, others cast in moments of idle wishing, all held and nurtured by the dark. You feel wonder at your own power to create, to dream, to hope. The world outside remains silent, peaceful, wrapped in the same fertile hush. You sense that others, too, are planting seeds tonight, their wishes and hopes drifting into the dark, mingling with your own. You are not alone in your dreaming. You are part of a vast, invisible garden, each person tending their own plot, each plot adding to the richness of the whole. You allow yourself to rest, knowing that the work is done. You have planted, you have believed, you have trusted. The garden will grow in its own time, in its own way. You do not need to watch over it, to worry, to wonder if you did enough. You did. You are enough. You return to your breath, slow and steady, feeling the gentle rise and fall of your chest. You feel the warmth within, the ease of surrender, the sweet anticipation of what might bloom by morning. You do not need answers or certainty or proof. You have faith in the mystery, faith in the seeds you have planted, faith in the kindness of the night. Sleep beckons, soft and inviting, as gentle as a warm breeze. You let yourself drift, your consciousness entwining with the dreams growing in your inner garden. You sense the magic working in silence, the tiny miracles of growth and change beginning even now. In the unseen depths, the darkness holds you. The soil nurtures your intentions, your breath sustains your hopes. With each moment of rest, you become more receptive, more open, more aligned with abundance. The promise of the garden is always just beginning, always renewing itself with every wish. Every hope, every dream whispered in the quiet of night, you feel yourself floating, peaceful, surrendered, trusting in the sweetness of what you cannot yet see. The hush of the world is your companion, the warmth of your heart is your guide. You are the gardener and the dreamer, the sower and the soil. Everything you desire is possible. Everything you need is on its way. You linger in this gentle place, breathing in possibility, breathing out gratitude. The seeds you have planted rest safely in the earth, ready to sprout, ready to blossom. The night is long and full of magic, your garden thriving in the darkness. The promise of abundance pulsing just beneath the surface dot, and as you slip into sleep, you wonder softly, hopefully what sweet, peaceful mystery might bloom by morning. Night enfolds you, soft and deep, like velvet petals gently closing around a blossom. You rest in the cool embrace of darkness, safe and relaxed, your breath steady and unhurried. Your body is warm and heavy, your mind a gentle river flowing between waking and dreams. In this peaceful surrender, the world recedes, leaving only the quiet, fertile space within. Here, in the sacred quiet of sleep, something wondrous begins. You imagine your inner garden a secret sanctuary cultivated with hope and care. Its pathways, lined with shimmering leaves, its soil dark and fragrant. You feel yourself moving through this garden, barefoot and unburdened. The ground cool beneath your feet. The air is sweet with possibility, carrying the sense of earth and rain and the promise of all that can grow in this garden. The seeds you planted are stirring, waking, reaching for light that filters down from a dream-filled sky. You sense the gentle swelling of growth, the invisible labor of becoming. Some seeds push up tender shoots, unfolding pale leaves to catch the glow of moonlight. Others send roots deep, finding nourishment in the quiet depths. All around you, life is stirring, quietly, steadily, in ways unseen but deeply felt. The garden is not only for you, it is you. It mirrors your heart, your hopes, your capacity to nurture. Fruits here are kindness, laughter, and ease, gifts that ripen not with force, but with patience. You notice clusters of kindness blooming along the vine, a remembered smile, a small forgiveness, a hand extended, a word spoken in gentleness. Each act of love you've sown grows fat and sweet. Shining softly in the moonlit hush dot, you move deeper into this garden, past arches woven with memory and hope. The laughter you shared in daylight still echoes here, caught in the shimmering leaves. It rings like silver bells, brightening the darkest corners. Joy is contagious in this place, one peal of laughter seeding another until the whole garden vibrates with delight. Even the soil itself hums with possibility. The roots of joy twining around one another, promising an endless harvest. Ease flourishes here, to a vine that spreads without effort, weaving comfort through every path. You notice it in the gentle sway of grasses, in the coolness that settles over tired ground, in the way the night wraps your garden in a blanket of peace. There's no struggle, no hurry. Everything grows in its own time, nurtured by your gentle expectation, by the faith that what you have planted will thrive as you sleep. Your garden tends itself. You are both gardener and dreamer, sower and soil, but tonight, you rest and let the invisible forces of abundance work. You trust the process. You have done enough. Faith waters the roots. Patience is the sun that warms the leaves. You do not pry open the buds or count the days until ripening. You trust the unfolding, allowing each fruit to mature as it will, each blossom to open in its season. You see fruit swelling along the boughs, heavy and full, the sweetness of comfort, the satisfaction of goals achieved, the round, glistening orbs of connection and belonging. Some fruits are ready to pluck ripe memories, joys lived and relived. Others are still forming, tiny and green, the promise of pleasures yet to come. You marvel at their number and variety, knowing that even now more are forming in the hidden spaces beneath leaves, in the dark, secret places of your heart. You walk slowly, savoring the peace that permeates this place. Every dream you've dared to wish is a quiet promise of more, a whisper that you are worthy, that the universe is endlessly generous. In this garden, abundance is not rare or fleeting. It is the natural state, the foundation on which everything else is built. Lack and fear dissolve like dew at sunrise, replaced by a calm trust in the cycle of sowing and reaping in the shadows. You see new vines twisting upward dreams. You have only begun to imagine possibilities still in bud. They reach for you, inviting you to believe in more laughter, more connection, more light. You need not name every desire. The garden already knows what you crave, already moves toward fulfillment. You rest beneath the branches, feeling the night air cool against your skin. The world outside might be busy or troubled, but here, there is only plenty, only ease. You let your heart relax, trusting that you do not need to force or control. What you have sown is growing. What you have tended will bear fruit. The cycle is eternal, the process trustworthy. You let the images of your garden mingle with your dreams. Perhaps you see a tree heavy with blessings, its roots strong and sure. Perhaps you find a patch of wildflowers blooming unexpectedly, joy springing up where you least expected. Maybe you wander to the edge of a pond, its surface reflecting the moon, reminding you that abundance is deep and ever-changing, always reflecting back what you bring to it as you sleep. Your dreams carry you deeper into this world. You meet companions along the path, friends, loved ones, even strangers, each tending their own gardens, each harvesting blessings in their own way. You sense a kinship, a shared joy. The gardens touch at their edges, their vines intertwining, their fruits multiplying in community. Your abundance is not isolated, but connected to a vast, living network of giving and receiving. Faith is your gardener's hand, gentle and unwavering. With each breath, you reaffirm your trust in growth. In the unseen miracles at work beneath the surface, you let go of worry, of impatience, the urge to measure or compare. You know, with a certainty that is deeper than words, that all is unfolding as it should. The night is long, the harvest still ripening. There is time, plenty of time for every dream to reach its fullness, for every seed to become fruit. You rest in this patience, savoring the sweetness of enough. There is no striving here, only the quiet assurance that what you need will arrive. You let go of scarcity thinking, letting abundance fill the space where fear once lived. You notice, too, the simple pleasures that grow here, the fragrance of gratitude, the softness of hope, the wild, sweet taste of imagination. You give thanks for each one, knowing that in gratitude your garden flourishes even more. Each thank you is another blossom, another fruit swelling on the vine, another promise made and kept. If a worry creeps in, you notice it gently, then watch as it dissolves into the lushness around you. The garden is resilient, able to transmute every anxiety into nourishment. What was once a thorn becomes a rose. What was once a weed becomes medicine. You see the wisdom in this cycle, the way abundance comes not just from what is easy, but from every part of the experience. You are free here, free to imagine, to desire, to rest. The rules of the outside world do not apply in your garden. Here, worthiness is assumed. Joy is natural and love is everywhere. You are the beloved child of this place, welcome and cherished. Trusted to dream as big as you dare. The night deepens. You sense the presence of countless other dreamers, all tending gardens of their own, all cultivating abundance in the fertile darkness. Their hopes mingle with yours, the energy of possibility, growing stronger. You are part of a great collective harvest, a tapestry of dreams ripening together. You sink deeper into sleep, letting go of every last bit of tension. Your garden flourishes in your absence, faith and gentle expectation tending every leaf and root. When you wake, you will find new blessings ready to be plucked, new joy swelling on the vine, new ease blossoming in your life. The garden will greet you with the softness of dawn, the promise of another day. For now, you rest in the comfort of knowing that abundance is your birthright, that you are always enough, that what you have sown will grow naturally and endlessly. The night is long, the harvest still ripening, and in this gentle space you dream. The world stirs softly as if the dawn itself is shy to break the spell of night. The dark is thinning, replaced by a delicate glow, gentle, hopeful, new. Before you open your eyes, you feel the difference. The air is tinged with promise, your spirit buoyed by some invisible tide. The hush of night still lingers, but now it is edged with warmth and color. Prelude to the world's slow awakening. You lie quietly, breathing in the freshness of morning. There is a subtle richness in the air, a sweetness, as if every breath is touched by the nectar of unseen flowers, as if gratitude is laced through the atmosphere. Your body feels rested, heavy with comfort, but light with hope. Memories of sleep, of dreams, flicker like candlelight behind your closed lids, and you sense that something has shifted within you. As your awareness sharpens, you remember your garden of dreams. You recall the seeds you planted in the quiet, Darkness, the intentions whispered into the waiting soil. The gentle faith that watched over every hope. You remember the fertile hush, the patient tending. The trust that what you sowed would flourish in its own time. And now, as dawn stretches golden fingers across your world, you sense that abundance has quietly taken root, its gifts blooming all around you. You open your eyes, letting the new light filter in. It washes your room in soft gold, outlining every object, every corner. In a gentle halo, you turn your head, noticing the ordinary with fresh eyes, the shapes, the colors, textures that make up your morning. Each detail feels precious, transformed by the magic of gratitude. You realize that the gifts you receive are not always grand or obvious. More often, abundance arrives as subtle treasures, small, steady, and sweet. You rise slowly, savoring the sensation of movement, the ease in your muscles, the comfort of each stretch. Your feet find the floor, cool and welcoming, and you greet the new day with quiet ceremony. You carry with you a sense of fullness, as if the dreams of the night have left you brimming with promise. Each step, each breath, each gesture is an act of receiving a gentle acceptance of all that is offered died as you move through your morning. You notice abundance everywhere. It is there in the warm water running over your hands, in the aroma of your first sip of tea or coffee, in the soft laughter of someone you love. It is in the light that pours through your window, illuminating dust motes that swirl and dance. Like tiny blessings, it is in the comfort of familiar routines, in the unexpected delight of a new idea, in the peace that settles over your heart as you remember you are safe, you are loved, you are enough. You recall a dream, a fragment, perhaps, or a feeling. You see the garden of your imagination alive with color and fruit. You remember laughter echoing under leafy branches, kindness blooming in every corner. In your mind's eye, you walk those winding paths, harvesting ripe joys from vines and trees. Some gifts are bright and immediate, a flash of inspiration, a surge of energy, a spark of hope. Others are gentle, almost hidden, the slow unfurling of patience, the deep satisfaction of belonging, the soft warmth of self-acceptance. Each blessing, whether bold or delicate, feels like a direct response to the seeds you sowed in darkness. You realize now that your dreams were not idle wishes, but living intentions, each one a silent request that the universe has quietly, lovingly answered. Abundance follows you into the waking world, multiplying in ways you could not have planned, unfolding in perfect, surprising grace. You begin to understand that gratitude is the key that unlocks these gifts, the gentle force that multiplies every joy. As you give thanks for each moment, each breath, each sight, each small delight, you notice how abundance grows. You see that to receive fully, you must first recognize what is already here. Every act of noticing, every sigh of appreciation, is another invitation for goodness to enter. You find yourself thanking the morning, the light, the warmth, the promise of the hours to come. You give thanks for the strength in your body, for the clarity in your mind, for the softness in your heart. You thank the people in your life, near or far, for their presence, for their love, for the ways they help you grow. You thank yourself for your willingness to dream, to plant, to trust. Each thank you is a gentle blessing, a caress that awakens even more gifts. As you move through your day, you notice that abundance takes many forms. Sometimes it is material and unexpected opportunity, a generous gesture, a new resource. Sometimes it is emotional, a feeling of safety, a moment of deep connection, a surge of laughter that bubbles up from nowhere. Sometimes it is spiritual, a quiet confidence, a sense of belonging to something greater, peaceful certainty that you are exactly where you are meant to be. You understand now that the cycle of planting and harvesting is endless, as natural as the seasons. Each night, you plant new seeds in the darkness, hopes, dreams, intentions. Each morning, you gather the gifts that have ripened while you slept. And always, there's more to come, more to sow, more to tend, more to receive. You are both the gardener and the harvest, both the dreamer and the dream made real. As the day unfolds, you remain open to surprise, to delight, to the quiet ways that abundance arrives. You notice the laughter of a friend, the kindness of a stranger, the beauty of a tree in bloom. You welcome every gift, large or small, as evidence that your life is rich, your world is generous, your heart is ready to receive. You trust that what you need will find you, that what you hope for will take root, that what you love will multiply. If challenges arise, you greet them gently. Remembering the lessons of your garden, you know that every difficulty is an opportunity to plant new seeds, to choose patience, to practice faith, to offer kindness even in the face of uncertainty. You understand that abundance is not about having everything go your way, but about trusting that in the end all will be well. You lean into this trust, letting gratitude steady you, letting hope renew you. As the afternoon stretches toward evening, you look back on the day with wonder. You see the ways you have been blessed, the gifts you have received, the growth that has quietly taken place. You give thanks for the visible and the hidden, for the immediate and the yet to come. You realize that the more you notice, the more there is to notice, the more you give thanks. The more you are given. Abundance is a dance, a dialogue, a celebration that never ends. You feel the rhythm of the cycle, planting, tending, harvesting, planting again. It is endless, generous, alive. You trust this rhythm, letting it guide you, letting it comfort you when life is uncertain, letting it inspire you when hope feels thin. You rest in the knowledge that you are part of something vast and beautiful, a web of giving and receiving that stretches across time and space. As the sun dips toward the horizon and the world prepares for night once more, you carry the gifts of the day with you. You let gratitude sweeten your memories, turning every moment into treasure. You feel the fullness in your heart, the ease in your mind, the peace in your spirit. You are ready to return to the quiet, to plant new seeds, to dream new dreams, and as you settle into the evening, you remember that the cycle continues, that every ending is a new beginning, that every harvest is the promise of another planting. Every night holds the possibility of abundance growing quietly, waiting for you to notice. The world grows gentle again, shadows lengthen, light softens, and you prepare to slip once more into the fertile hush. You breathe in grateful, you breathe out content. You rest knowing that abundance is endless, that every morning brings new gifts, that the dance of giving and receiving will go on, as natural and as beautiful as the turning of the seasons. As the cycle begins anew, you wonder softly, joyfully, what treasures tomorrow's dawn will bring. Night arrives as a gentle hush, wrapping your world in velvet softness. Shadows spill across the walls, blurring the sharp edges of the day, drawing your awareness inward, where everything is quiet and safe. The air itself is softer now, scented with memory and peace. You find yourself drifting, each breath slower, each thought gentler, as the world beyond your window recedes and a deeper, truer world begins to bloom within. Bloom within. You rest, cocooned in the hush, cradled by the rhythm of your breath and the slow, steady beating of your heart. You notice the subtle ache within you, longing not for more, but for gentleness, for connection, for warmth. Tonight you choose to welcome love. You decide to open the window of your heart and let the night's tender breeze find you. You imagine this window not of glass or wood, but a soft, shimmering opening at the very center of your being. Its curtains are woven from hope and memory, from longing and possibility. With a quiet courage, you draw the curtains aside and lift the latch, inviting the cool air in, letting love drift in on the night wind. The first breeze is gentle and shy, tasting of childhood comforts and moonlit wonder. It stirs your memories, waking old kindnesses and half-forgotten moments of care. You recall a time when someone spoke your name with warmth, a hand that brushed yours, a glance that lingered with gentle understanding. These memories rise like soft lanterns, filling the quiet space with golden light. You let these memories come one by one, as if each is a guest arriving for a midnight feast. Words of care echo softly, a thank you, a you're not alone, a promise kept. You remember laughter shared in a kitchen, the quiet closeness of reading side by side, the feeling of being seen and cherished. Even small gestures, an open door, a shared smile, a note tucked into a pocket become treasures now. Each a feather in the bed of your heart. The window of your heart remains open, and the night's breeze deepens. It brings with it the sweetness, forgiveness both given and received. You remember apologies, both spoken and silent, in the way they soften the air between you and another. You recall how a single word or touch could close the distance, could turn loneliness into comfort. The night is full of such moments, tiny kindnesses, acts of love floating gently on the breeze. You listen in the dark for love's whisper. It is not loud or insistent. It does not demand your attention. It comes as a feeling, a subtle warmth, a gentle pressure in your chest. Sometimes it is a song remembered from childhood, a phrase spoken by someone you miss. Sometimes it is your own voice, softer than usual, forgiving yourself for old mistakes, blessing yourself for simply being. Every beat of your heart is a welcome, a soft yes to life, to hope, to the promise that you are worthy of love. You do not need to earn it. You do not need to ask. Love is always seeking you, always circling just outside your window, waiting for your invitation. When you open to it, it enters quietly, filling the spaces within you that long for warmth. You turn your attention to your body, noticing how love expresses itself in sensation, the warmth spreading across your chest, the softness in your belly, the release of tension in your jaw and shoulders. Each breath brings love deeper, as if the night air itself is infused with kindness. You are not alone in this moment. You are held, cherished, embraced by something larger than yourself. You remember times when you offered love to others, perhaps without realizing its power. A gentle hand on a friend's back, a listening ear, a quiet presence in someone else's storm. You realize now that every act of kindness is an echo, circling back to you through the open window of your heart. What you have given returns to you, multiplied, softened by time. You recall, too, moments when love felt far away, nights when you closed your heart's window against hurt. When you guarded yourself from disappointment or pain, you offer compassion to those moments now, understanding that closing the window was an act of protection, a kindness to yourself. Tonight, you choose differently. Tonight, you open again, risking the cool night air, trusting that love will return. The room is dark, but within, you are aglow. The air shimmers with memory, with hope. With the steady presence of love, you breathe in, and the world expands. Your heart beating in rhythm with distant hearts, with those you love and those you have yet to meet. The night is full of connection, invisible but real. A network of warmth stretching across time and space. You allow yourself to feel worthy of this. Love, not for anything you have done, but simply because you exist. Love does not measure or compare. It does not keep score. It is enough that you are here, that you open, that you allow. Every part of you, every scar, every story, every silent wish is welcome in this embrace. You remember as if in a dream, being held as a child cradled in someone's arms, your face pressed against a warm chest, the steady beat of another heart anchoring you to the world. That feeling is here now. No matter how many years have passed, you can return to it anytime you open the window, anytime you whisper yes to love. If tears come, you let them flow, knowing they are a sign of opening, of softening, of release. Love makes room for every feeling, joy, sorrow, longing, peace. There is space in your heart for all of it, a wide field where every emotion is welcome. The night wind cools your cheeks, drying your tears, bringing the scent of hope. You imagine love as a soft, radiant light swirling around you, filling the corners of your heart that once felt lonely. This light glows brighter with each breath, chasing away the last shadows of fear. You are safe here. You are enough. You are loved, just as you are. You listen again for love's whisper, and this time it is louder, more certain. It says, rest, be at ease, you are cherished. You allow these words to settle in your body, to become a lullaby for your soul. The night deepens, but you do not feel lost. You are anchored by love, cradled by the arms of the universe. You sense that love is not just a feeling, but a living presence, a companion who will stay with you until morning. You let yourself rest in this companionship, feeling the way love wraps around you, tucks you in, promises to stay. You need do nothing but receive, nothing but allow. Love is tireless. It does not sleep, does not fade with the dark dot as you drift toward sleep. You trust that love will guard your dreams, will heal what needs healing, will carry your heart gently through the night. Every beat is a welcome, every breath a promise, every sigh a soft yes. The window of your heart remains open, and through it, love flows in and out, blessing you and blessing the world. The night will pass, as it always does, but love will remain, growing deeper and wider with each gentle opening. And as you slip into dreams, you carry with you the certainty that love is near, always waiting, always returning, always ready to fill your heart with warmth. You rest now, the window open, the breeze gentle, love's whisper growing softer and sweeter. You drift, trusting that love settles and promising to stay until morning. Night deepens, spreading a cloak of peace over your world. The quiet is thick and soft, humming with a gentle promise here. In this darkness, you are safe. You lie, wrapped in the hush, feeling the familiar weight of your blanket, the gentle press of the mattress beneath you. All the busyness of the day has faded, receding like the tide, leaving only the slow, patient rhythm of your breath. Each inhale draws in the sweet coolness of night. Each exhale is a gentle surrender, a letting go of anything left undone, anything unspoken, anything unloved. You close your eyes and let your mind wander, Drifting on the gentle current of memory and longing into this velvety darkness, you invite love to guide your dreams. You picture faces familiar and dear gathered close in the soft light of your heart's hearth. They smile at you, eyes bright, full of recognition and warmth. Their presence is soothing, the memory of their laughter. A balm that smooths the last roughness from your spirit. You drift into a dream woven with affection. In this dream, you are surrounded by those who cherish you, family, friends, companions from every chapter of your life. They sit with you, hands outstretched, arms open. There is no hurry, no distance. The room is filled with a quiet joy, a sense of ease that comes from being truly seen, truly welcomed. Their laughter rings clear and bright, mingling with the quiet of the night. A melody that settles around you, like a song remembered from childhood. Warmth grows within you, filling every space that once felt empty. It is a gentle, glowing heat, never too much, always just enough. This warmth seeps into every corner of your body, melting tension from your jaw, your shoulders, your belly, your toes. It spreads through you, wrapping you in softness, coaxing you to relax even further. Your heart loosens, blooming in this fertile ground of connection. In the hush, you sense the echo of every hand you have held, every gesture of kindness, every touch that communicated you belong. You remember holding hands on a walk, a squeeze of comfort in difficult times, the playful grip of a child, the steadying hand of a friend. Each touch is a thread, woven into the tapestry of your belonging. You see that you are not separate. You are part of a web of affection, invisible but strong, always there. Love becomes your pillow, soft and supportive, shaping itself perfectly to the curve of your head, the line of your neck. You surrender your weight to it, trusting that you are held. Love becomes your comforter, enfolding you in layers of reassurance, tucking around your body, warming you from outside in. You pull it close, cocoon in a sense of safety, knowing that nothing cold or sharp can reach you here. You listen for the lullaby of belonging. It is not made of words, but of feelings of being wanted, being remembered, being precious to someone else. It is the quiet hum that lives beneath every story you have shared, every meal eaten together, every problem solved with a friend by your side. The lullaby is composed of whispered jokes, midnight talks, the simple comfort of sitting in silence with someone who understands. You recognize now that this warmth is not limited to one moment or one person. It stretches backward and forward in time, touching every chapter of your life. The love of parents, teachers, mentors, even strangers who smiled at you on difficult days. Each is a strand in the fabric of your belonging. You are a patchwork of care, a living memory of every kindness you have known. If your mind strays to times you felt alone, you offer those moments gentle compassion. You imagine love as a gentle glow, finding the cold, empty places inside you and filling them with light. You remember that even on lonely nights, you are still held by the hope of connection, by the dream of being found, by the certainty that love waits patiently for every open window. As you sink deeper into sleep, you become aware of how the warmth grows, how it radiates from within you, fed by the love you have given as well as the love you have received. You recall moments when you showed up for someone else, a comforting word, a shared meal, a quiet presence during stormy times. You see that every act of love expands the space of belonging for you and for others. Your breathing slows, your heartbeat steady and sure. You rest in the certainty that you are wanted, that you matter, that there is a place for you. This knowledge is not a thought or a wish. It is a felt sense, a truth that settles deep in your bones. The night wraps you closer, drawing you into dreams where love's presence is ever gentle, never hurried. In your dream, you find yourself at a gathering, a celebration of connection and joy. There is a table long and welcoming, covered in food and flowers. The people around it are smiling, talking, reaching for one another. You join them, and no one asks you to change, to explain, to earn your place. You belong because you are you. Your laughter joins theirs. Your stories are heard. Your quiet is honored. You feel yourself growing lighter, fuller, as if the warmth has made you luminous from the inside out. Love weaves through this dream, appearing in countless forms, the steady arm around your shoulder, the easy banter of friends, the reassurance of a familiar song playing in the background. You move from one embrace to another, gathering warmth like kindling, building a fire that will last through even the coldest nights. As the night deepens, you sense that this warmth will not leave you, even as dreams shift and scenes change. Belonging remains. You are never truly alone. Love's touch endures, echoing softly in the chambers of your heart. You rest knowing that you carry this belonging with you wherever you go, whatever you face. If you wake in the dark, uncertain or afraid, you can return to this dream to the memory of laughter, the echo of kind voices, the weight of a comforting, and you can wrap yourself in belonging knowing it is always available, always yours. The night may be long, but love's presence is constant, as steady as the stars you drift. The lullaby of connection cradling you, the warmth of love like a gentle tide rising and falling in your body. You allow yourself to rest in it, to believe in it, to draw strength from it. You know that in this space you are healed, renewed, made whole again. The world outside is vast and mysterious, but within you have found a sanctuary. Here you are safe, you are loved, you belong. The night stretches onward, a wide river of time carrying you deeper into rest, deeper into the embrace of all those who care for you, have cared for you, will care for you again. And as you float through dreams, you are never in a hurry, never lost. Love moves at its own pace, never rushing, never fading, always gentle, always true. You sleep, wrapped in the certainty of warmth and belonging, knowing that love, your pillow, your comforter, your lullaby will remain by your side until morning. Dawn creeps softly, quiet as a secret, painting the sky with pale gold and lavender. You wake in this gentle light, slowly surfacing from the depths of dreams woven with warmth and belonging. For a moment, you lie still, letting the world remain, hushed, savoring the delicious limbo between sleeping and waking. The covers are soft around you, holding the echo of love's embrace from the night before. You feel it, a lingering presence in the hush, a gentle warmth that seeps through your skin and settles deep in your heart. You sense it before you even open your eyes. The soft certainty that you are cherished. It's there in the quiet, in the softness of the morning air, in the subtle thrum of your own heartbeat. Love lingers silent, invisible, but so real you could almost gather it in your hands. You breathe in, feeling its sweetness fill your chest, gentle and unhurried. There is no rush to begin the day, no pressure to rise before you are ready. This is a sacred moment, a threshold where the night's affection colors the dawn. You open your eyes to a world gently transformed. Light slips through the window, coloring the familiar in shades of hope and kindness. Every shape, every shadow, every ordinary thing seems touched by gentleness, as if love itself has painted the world anew. You stretch, feeling your body soften, your spirit expand. Each movement is slow and easy, as if the universe is urging you to stay wrapped in this cocoon of care for just a little longer. The memories of the night's dreams linger, faces kind and dear, hands held, laughter shared, the deep anchoring comfort of belonging. You recall the sensation of being cherished, resting in a place where you were understood without question. You realize now that love's gifts remain, carried from the realm of dreams into the newness of the day. You are not empty-handed. You wake with a loving heart, a vessel brimming with warmth and hope. You listen for the sounds of morning, the distant hush of wind in the trees, the song of a bird greeting the sun, the faint creaks and sighs of a waking house. Each sound feels softened, imbued with a kind of compassion, as if the world itself is whispering, you are welcome here. You are enough. You let these gentle assurances seep into you, reinforcing the truth that you are cherished just as you are. You sit up, drawing the covers close for a moment longer, letting your heart settle in this certainty. You feel tenderness for yourself, for your journey, your efforts, your moments of doubt, and your acts of courage. You recognize that love does not demand perfection. It meets you where you are, invites you to open further, to risk sharing the truth of your heart. You rise slowly and begin your morning rituals with new awareness. As you wash your face, brush your hair, or pour your first cup of tea, you do so with a gentle hand, treating yourself as you would a dear friend. The warmth of the water, the softness of the towel, the simple luxury of caring for your own body, each becomes an act of love, a promise to honor yourself in all the small ways that matter. You notice as you move through the quiet how love colors every moment. Familiar sights and sounds of morning feel touched by kindness, a note left on the table. Pets nuzzle, a message from someone who cares. You realize that these are gifts, each one a gentle affirmation that love is present, ready to be received. Your heart opens a little more with every act of noticing. Stepping outside or peering out the window, you watch the world waking, the light growing, the day unfurling its petals. You feel part of this, blooming, a living thread in the tapestry of connection. Love lingers in the way the sun dapples the leaves, in the freshness of the air, in the simple wonder of being alive. You breathe in, letting gratitude rise, feeling your heart swell with the promise of all that is possible. With every breath, you invite love to move through you, to animate your words, to soften your gaze. You share your heart more freely, trusting that the world will hold it kindly. Each encounter, each conversation becomes an opportunity to offer warmth, to listen deeply, to meet another with compassion. You find yourself smiling more easily, speaking more gently, reaching out in small ways, a compliment, a thank you, a moment of attention given without hurry. You see how love multiplies when it is shared, how the gentle touch you offer ripples outward, returning to you in ways both subtle and profound. The barriers you once held, the armors forged in fear or disappointment, begin to soften. You realize that you do not have to protect yourself from love. Instead, you can let it in. Let it flow. Let it change you from the inside out. You think back on the people who have loved you, their kindness, their patience, the way they made room for your hopes and your hurts. You carry these gifts with you, honoring their presence in your life by offering love to others. You become part of an endless chain of belonging, each link strengthened by kindness, by forgiveness, by the willingness to show up with an open heart. An open heart. As the day unfolds, you notice moments of connection, shared laughter over breakfast, a helping hand, word of encouragement, a silent understanding passed in a glance. These are the treasures of a loving heart, evidence that love is not a fleeting feeling but a way of being, a gentle practice renewed with every breath. You are kinder to yourself as well, forgiving old mistakes, letting go of harsh judgments. You accept your own imperfections, seeing them as part of the mosaic that makes you whole. Love invites you to be gentle with your doubts, patient with your growth, tender with your dreams. Throughout the day, whenever you feel uncertain or overwhelmed, you pause and return to the softness of morning, the certainty that you are cherished, the memory of love's embrace. You take a deep breath, letting love settle in your chest, reminding yourself that you can begin again, that each moment is a new invitation to welcome love. You promise yourself that no matter what happens, you will greet each day with an open heart. You will say yes to love's invitation, trusting that it will guide you, comfort you, teach you. You know now that love is not something to chase or grasp, but something to receive, to welcome, to share. Every day is a chance to begin anew, to open wider, to offer your heart and trust in the gentle hands that hold it. As the sun climbs higher and the world grows busier, you carry the morning's gentleness within you. You are a beacon of warmth, a vessel of kindness, a quiet force for good. You touch the world with love, and in doing so, you invite love to return again and again. Always more. You understand now that love's journey has only just begun. It will carry you through every joy, every sorrow, every ordinary day and extraordinary night. It will weave itself into your story, shaping you, healing you, reminding you that you are never alone. You rest in this knowledge, letting it steady. You letting it light your way, as the day unfolds. You notice the small miracles, unexpected laughter, a kind word, a sense of belonging that lingers even in solitude. You realize that these are the promises love keeps, the gifts it offers. When you meet it with trust and openness, you feel gratitude swelling, a quiet joy that underpins everything you do. Even as the day turns toward evening, you know that the cycle will begin again. The window of your heart will open, the night's breeze will find you. Dreams will fill you with warmth and belonging, and love will be there, ever gentle, never hurried, always ready to stay until morning. You end the day as you began it, with a promise to welcome love, to share it, to let it change you. You lie down once more, heart open, trusting, ready for the next chapter of love's embrace. And as you drift toward sleep, you carry with you the gentle certainty love is here. Love is always, love is home, and the journey continues with each dawn, always just beginning. Night settles softly, and you feel the world become quiet and still. The moon hangs bright in the sky, its pale silver light spilling gently through your window, bathing your room in calm. Shadows soften, sharp edges blur. You sense a sacred stillness, a space in which new truths can take root. You settle into the softness of your bed, your body heavy and comfortable, your breath slow and even, attuned to the silent rhythm of the night. Tonight, you give yourself permission to rest not just your body, but your spirit, your hopes, your ideas about what you deserve. You release the hurried expectations of the day, the pressure to prove or earn your worth. You let them dissolve into the hush, replaced by something softer, something older and wiser, a gentle sense of belonging, of being enough just as you are. You gaze inward as if the moon itself has lit a lamp inside your heart. This inner light reveals the simple, beautiful truth. You are worthy of every good thing. Worthiness is not something you chase or achieve. It is not granted by others or measured by what you do. It is yours by birth, as constant as your heartbeat, as effortless as your breath dot in the moon's glow. You feel the old stories that once circled your heart, the stories of not enough, of waiting, of scarcity. Perhaps you learned these stories long ago, whispered in moments of worry or lack. Maybe you have believed you must struggle, sacrifice, or shrink yourself to receive. Tonight, you recognize these tales for what they are, shadows passing in. Weightless, not the truth of who you are. You take a long, deep breath, filling your chest with the cool, luminous air. With every exhale, you imagine those old scarcity stories rising up, lifting off your body like mist. You see them floating up to the window, slipping out into the night, dissolving in the moon's silver light. Each release leaves you lighter, softer, more open. You remember times you felt unworthy, moments when money seemed distant, when you measured yourself against someone else, when you questioned your own value. You offer compassion to these memories, holding them gently in the moonlit quiet. You are not defined by what you lacked or what you once believed. Tonight, you step into the truth of your own abundance, accepting that you are enough exactly as you are. As you lie in this gentle glow, you let abundance become your new lullaby. You feel the moon's radiance washing over you, bathing you in the soft promise of more than you thought possible, more than you have dared to receive. Money now is not a source of tension, but a current of ease flowing naturally toward you. Attracted by your quiet confidence, you imagine money as light, golden, shimmering, weightless. It drifts around you like the gentle motes of dust in a shaft of sunlight. It is not scarce or hard-won, but plentiful, effortless, always available. You picture it moving with you through your life, as natural as the rise and fall of your breath. Money is simply energy circulating, finding its way to you in 1,000 different forms. You recall moments in your life when abundance found you unexpectedly, a gift, a helping hand, a sudden opportunity, a debt forgiven, a kindness returned. Each memory is a golden thread weaving a tapestry of worthiness and wealth. You realize that the universe has always been listening, always responding to your energy, your belief, your willingness to receive. Tonight, you choose a new story. You let yourself believe that wealth is not outside you, but within you it is. Your birthright, the natural outcome of your open heart and peaceful mind. You release the idea that you must be busy, anxious, or striving to attract abundance. Instead, you allow yourself to rest, to receive, to become a magnet for all that is good. You turn your attention to your breath. Each inhale draws in the promise of prosperity. Each exhale lets go of old fear. You feel money as light entering your body, filling you from crown to toes with a gentle warmth, a quiet assurance that you are supported, supplied, and safe. With every breath, wealth feels closer, more natural, more inevitable. You listen to the quiet, trusting that the universe is listening too. There is no need to beg or bargain, to prove or plead. You have already been heard. Your worthiness is the only message you need to send. The universe responds to your belief, to your willingness to let go, to your decision to rest and trust. You imagine your future, moonlit and bright, filled with abundance. You see yourself living with ease, able to provide for your needs, able to give freely, able to enjoy what you love. You watch as doors open, opportunities appear, and support arrives from unexpected places. You let yourself savor this vision not as a distant fantasy, but as a natural outcome of your present peace. You remember that money is not just paper or numbers, it is the energy of possibility. It allows you to create, to share, to rest, to grow. You invite this energy into your life, open to its gifts, grateful for its presence. You see yourself using your wealth well, with kindness and joy, blessing others as you have been blessed. You feel the moon's glow on your skin, cool and calming. You are part of something vast and loving, a universe that wants you to thrive. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are seen, cherished, and supported. You return to your breath steady, deep, and full. Each inhale is a yes to abundance. Each exhale is a release of every old story. With every cycle, you are more aligned, more peaceful, more ready to receive. The more you relax, the more you attract, the softer you become. The more the world responds in kindness and generosity. You let your mind drift, imagining all the ways abundance might reach you, some known, some mysterious. A new idea, a lucky meeting, a gift, a creative spark, an unexpected trust that the moon and the universe are working on your behalf, rearranging possibilities, preparing blessings, responding to your gentle, open belief. You whisper a quiet thank you to yourself, to the moon, to the universe, to the wealth already on its way. You rest in gratitude, knowing that every good thing is possible, that you are worthy of every blessing, that you are loved and supported always. As you slip toward sleep, you feel the peace of abundance settling over you. Your body grows heavy, your heart light. Money is no longer a worry or a wish, but a presence soft, steady, and real. The universe listens quietly, ready to respond, ready to surprise you with more than you could imagine. You let the old stories go, released into the night, drifting far beyond the horizon. In their place, you welcome new dreams, dreams of wealth, of freedom, of joy, of ease. You are worthy, you are ready, you are open with every peaceful inhale. You feel wealth drawing nearer, filling you with hope, with possibility, with gentle certainty. The moon watches over you, blessing your rest, promising new abundance with every dawn. As you drift, held by the night, you know wealth feels closer now with every breath, with every beat, with every soft, moonlit sigh. Night thickens, lush and cool, a deep velvet sea that cradles you in safety. You relax into this dark embrace, your body melting into the mattress, your heart slowing to the quiet tempo of the world at rest. The moon sails high, a guardian and a witness, its silver glow slipping through your window, bathing you in calm certainty. Here, in this gentle cocoon, you surrender the last threads of wakefulness, welcoming the promise of dreams shaped by freedom, flow, and ease. You notice your breath, steady and natural. Each inhale fills you with the clean scent of possibility. Each exhale lets go of worry and strain. Your body grows lighter, as if every muscle, every cell is remembering how to float. The night holds you, patient and expectant, waiting for your dreams to blossom. You close your eyes and picture your life unfolding in grace in this vision. Choices appear before you, spacious, inviting, each one an open door. You move among them freely, your spirit unburdened, your heart unafraid. You sense the invisible barriers that once hemmed you in doubt, fear. The myth of limitation melting away in the moonlight, leaving only clear paths, gentle invitations, boundless possibility. You drift deeper, and with each gentle breath, you feel burdens lifting. The weight of past expectations, the pressure to do more, to be more, simply evaporates. You are enough. You have always been enough. In this dream, your worth is unquestioned, your desires honored, your needs met with kindness and ease. Money enters this dream as a gentle tide. It does not surge or crash. It does not threaten or retreat. Instead, it comes to you slowly and steadily, a warm current that swirls around your feet, rises to your knees, envelops you in a sense of calm sufficiency. You stand in this sea of abundance, feeling its cool caress, watching it shimmer in the moon's light. There is no grasping, no anxiety, no desperate reach. You simply stand, open and receptive, letting the tide wash over you, letting it become a part of your natural rhythm. You notice how this flow is effortless. There is no struggle, no frantic effort, only the quiet trust that what you need will come. You watch as coins and bills, opportunities and gifts drift toward you on the tide. Some arrive as expected, a paycheck, a payment, the return of a favor. Others are surprises, a found coin, a discount, a generous gesture from someone you hardly know. Each form is welcome, each a sign that abundance is creative, inventive, playful in how it finds you. Your dreams expand, rich with possibility. You imagine yourself making choices without fear, choosing to travel, to rest, to invest in something you love, to share with others. Each choice feels expansive. Your world growing wider, brighter, more joyful. There is no guilt here, no shame, no sense of scarcity. Money in your dream is simply a tool for freedom, fuel for the journey, support for your heart's desires. You sense the relief in your chest as you let this belief settle. Abundance is your ally. It wants to be with you, to bless you, to flow through you into the world. You do not need to chase it. You only need to allow to receive. To trust the current. In this dream, every burden finds its release. Debts are resolved with ease, obligations met and completed. Worries about the future replaced by quiet confidence. You see yourself opening letters, reading messages, and always the outcome is ease. Solutions arriving on time, help at the perfect moment, generosity circling back when you least expect it. You rest knowing that you are supported, that the universe is quietly orchestrating your well-being. You watch as your relationships with money and abundance heal in this flow. Old wounds, moments of fear, scarcity, or shame are met with compassion. You thank them for the lessons they brought, then let them drift out to sea, far from the shores of your present. You bless your past self for surviving, for hoping, for dreaming even in difficult times. Now, you are free to create a new story, one where ease is your companion, where every transaction is infused with gratitude. You feel abundance arriving, in forms beyond money, a friend's laughter, the warmth of a cozy room, the beauty of a sunrise, a meal prepared with love, an unexpected hour of rest. Each of these is currency, each a reminder that richness is measured not only in numbers, but in moments, in connections, in the steady pulse of contentment. You notice how these gifts multiply as you pay attention. The more you recognize abundance, the more it appears. The more you give thanks, the more the world opens, offering its treasures. Your dreams become a cycle of receiving and giving, like the tide ebbing, flowing, never depleted, always returning. You let yourself drift, trusting that tomorrow holds even more. You do not worry about enough. You do not count or hoard. You are content, trusting that flow is the nature of things. You become more generous in your dreaming, imagining yourself helping others, sharing your ease, being a source of comfort and inspiration. You watch as your abundance touches the lives of those around you, rippling outward, returning in ways unexpected. In the softness of night, you practice receiving. You picture your heart as a cup, wide and open, welcoming every drop of goodness that arrives. You notice how easy it is to be filled, how natural it feels to allow. You are worthy of receiving, worthy of every blessing, every surprise, every flow of kindness and support. You allow your body to become even heavier, even softer. The pillow cradles your head, the sheets cocoon you in safety. You let your thoughts, slow, each one a feather, floating down to rest on the current of your dream. You trust that, even as you sleep, abundance continues to flow toward you through channels seen and unseen, from sources known and yet to be revealed. You remember that the moon is your companion in this journey. Its cycles are a reminder that there is a season for everything, a time to plant, a time to receive, a time to rest. Tonight, you rest and flow, knowing that your only task is to trust, to surrender, to allow. You whisper thank you to the night, to the moon, to every person and force that supports you, seen and unseen. You are grateful for the gifts you have received and the ones on their way. Gratitude is your magnet, gratitude is your song. You hum it softly as you drift, letting its melody carry you further into ease. You let dreams swirl around you, visions, choices made freely, of burdens lifted, of money arriving gently, always enough, always in time. You see yourself living in grace, in generosity, in trust. You sense your spirit shining, your mind calm, your body alive with the pulse of well-being. Tomorrow glimmers on the horizon, full of possibility, full of gifts you have not yet imagined. You are ready to meet it not with striving or anxiety, but with softness, with openness, with the gentle certainty that all you need is already seeking you. You drift deeper, surrendering fully to the tide, letting the rhythm of flow and ease carry you through the night. Every breath is an invitation, every moment a blessing. You rest in the knowledge that abundance is always near, that the universe is conspiring for your good, that the moon itself smiles on your dreams. And as you float, peaceful and free, you know that tomorrow will arrive gently, bearing even more. Freedom, more joy, more ease, more abundance than you have ever known. Morning arrives, tender and slow, with the gentlest light spilling across your world. You lie quietly, suspended in that silvery space between dreaming and waking. The hush of the night still lingers, but you sense a quiet shift and anticipation, a subtle brightness that glows from within and without. You stretch unhurried, savoring the ease in your body and the calm in your heart. First moments of this new day feel different, light, promising, almost enchanted. You draw in a deep, delicious breath, feeling your lungs expand, your heart beat steady and sure. With every inhale, you absorb the promise of abundance. With every exhale, you let go of the last remnants of sleep, of doubt, of not enough. The energy of the moonlit night still shimmers in your bones, a reminder that prosperity is a natural rhythm, woven through your life as surely as breath itself. You open your eyes and notice the world afresh. Light paints the edges of your room in gold and silver, casting gentle patterns on the wall. You notice small things, first the warmth in the air, the comfortable weight of your blanket, the soft pulse of gratitude rising inside. Even before your feet touch the floor, you sense that the day is different, blessed with possibility. You move slowly, savoring each gesture as a gift, The water running over your hands feels like a blessing. The taste of your morning drink is richer. Each sound of bird, the rustle of leaves, the distant hum of the world arrives as a subtle miracle. Evidence that abundance is not something you must chase, but something that finds you softly wherever you are. Wherever you are. As you step into your day, you begin to notice the presence of unexpected blessings. They appear in ways both small and grand, a message at just the right moment, an answer you needed. A kindness from a stranger, a smile exchanged in passing. Opportunities rise almost effortlessly. A task you feared becomes simple. A door you thought was closed opens without struggle. The world feels alive with possibility, as if the universe has become your silent partner, quietly conspiring in your favor. You move with quiet confidence, trusting in the flow that carried you through the night. Gone is the urgency to push, to strive, to control every outcome. In its place is a gentle certainty. Prosperity is your nature. You sense that the world is abundant, that support is always near. You are worthy to receive again and again. In ways you could not have predicted, every moment is an invitation to receive anew. You pause to notice the generosity of sunlight, the blessing of food, the miracle of your own breath. You smile, remembering how last night you dreamed of flow and ease. How you let go of struggle, how you open to the effortless tide of wealth. Now, as you move through the world, that same current carries you still. You do not need to direct it, you simply need to say yes. You become more aware of the resources available to you. Only money, but time, ideas, support, and inspiration. A solution to a problem arrives as if by magic. Someone offers help or guidance, or a new connection. You feel yourself guided. Your steps gently orchestrated by something larger than yourself. With each new blessing, you relax a little more. Your trust deepening, your heart expanding. There is a softness to your confidence, a humility that comes from knowing you are both cared for and connected. You greet the people in your life with more patience, more openness, more willingness to share. As you give, you notice more comes back to you, a compliment, a favor returned, a new opportunity born of kindness. The energy of wealth is not only in what you keep, but in what you offer. Generosity multiplies what you have. If you encounter a challenge, you meet it with the quiet belief that it, too, may hold an unexpected blessing. You know that what seems like a detour may in fact be a shortcut, that what feels like a loss may soon be revealed as a gift. You are patient with uncertainty, gentle with yourself in doubt. Always open to surprise, you let gratitude anchor you in every moment. Each time you receive an idea, an invitation, a moment of peace, you offer silent thanks. This gratitude is a magnet, drawing even more goodness to you. The more you notice, the more there is to notice. You move through your day as a collector. Miracles, eyes and heart open to the abundance that weaves quietly through every ordinary scene. You remember that wealth is not a destination, but a presence. It is not about numbers on a page, but about how you feel safe, supported, able to choose, able to give. You notice the wealth in your relationships, your creativity, your sense of purpose. You feel it in the laughter you share, in the beauty you witness, in the peace you carry inside. These riches cannot be measured or lost. They are yours always. Gifts of your own openness, and trust that as the hours unfold, you are surprised by how much the universe offers when you are willing to receive. An idea blooms that could lead to new income. An old worry resolves itself without struggle. Someone you barely know becomes a source of inspiration or encouragement. The world feels intimate and kind, its blessings tailored just for you. You move with grace, not because every step is planned, but because you trust that life is for you. Your mind is calm, your heart is receptive, your spirit is light. Each new experience, expected or not, is met with curiosity and gratitude. You discover treasures in unexpected places, a lesson in a challenge, an opportunity in a delay, a joy in a routine moment. If doubts try to creep in, you remember the softness of the moon, the flow you felt in the night, the way you woke lighter and freer. You remind yourself that you are always supported, that you can trust the rhythm of giving and receiving, that you can meet life with an open hand. Throughout the day, you pause to notice the beauty that surrounds you, the play of light on a wall, the laughter of a child, the quiet certainty in your own breath. These are the true treasures of life, the subtle miracles that remind you again and again prosperity is everywhere, always available, always waiting to be received. You become a source of abundance for others too, a kind word, a gesture, a moment Listening, these are gifts you offer freely, and as you give, you notice the world gives back. The cycle continues, unbroken, as old as the moon and as fresh as the morning dot by afternoon. You look back and see how much has already arrived, how many blessings, how much ease, how many gentle surprises. You give thanks for each one, letting gratitude fill you, letting it radiate from you into the world. You feel your own worth, your own power to create, to attract, to receive. As the day turns toward evening, you know that the energy of wealth continues to weave through your life. It is not a fleeting gift, but a lasting presence, a steady current. Runs through every moment. You promise yourself to keep noticing, to keep opening, to keep trusting in the generosity of life. When night falls again, you will return to the peace of your bed, to the soft light of the moon, to dreams of flow and ease. You will remember how abundance arrived today, sometimes softly, sometimes suddenly. Always perfectly. You will plant new seeds, whisper new wishes, and know that the universe listens. Always ready to respond. But for now, you move through the day with quiet confidence, your heart light, your spirit generous. Every moment invites you to receive anew, gently and gratefully, weaving more wealth, more beauty, more kindness into your life. And as you walk onward, you smile knowing that truly, the world is full of unexpected blessings just waiting for you to say yes. Night settles quietly, its gentle hush inviting you to rest and turn inward. The sky above is wide and patient, stars blooming like small promises in the darkness. You find yourself cradled by this soft expanse, feeling the cares of the day falling away, replaced by a sense of openness, a willingness to be gentle, to remember to heal. This is the hour for review, not in harsh judgment, but in kindness. Old stories float up, slow and unhurried, as if drawn by the moon's steady pull. You feel them rising, memories of hurt, of misunderstandings, of things left unsaid. You do not turn away. Instead, you greet these memories with tenderness, as you would a child wandering back to your side after a long absence. You settle deeper into your bed, sensing the comfort beneath you, the coolness of the sheets, the steady rhythm of your breath. Your heart beats slowly, each thump echoing the patient turning of the earth. You are safe. You are allowed to visit the past, knowing that tonight, the goal is not to relive pain, but to soften it, to bless it, to set it free. You observe each memory as it surfaces, noticing the details, the faces, the words, the emotions that once felt sharp. Now, under the gentle skies, everything is bathed in softer light. What was once harsh becomes muted, edges rounded by time and compassion. You see yourself, younger perhaps, doing the best you could with what you knew. You see others too, family, friends, even strangers, each carrying their own burdens, each shaped by their own hidden wounds. You offer kindness first to yourself. You breathe in, feeling your chest expand with understanding, and as you exhale, you let go of blame, of harshness, of the belief that you should have known better. You recognize the humanity in your choices, the innocence in your mistakes. You remind yourself that you have always been learning, always growing, always reaching for the light. Even when you stumbled, you picture forgiveness as a gentle rain, falling softly on all your memories. Each drop washes away a layer of shame, of regret, of bitterness. The rain is warm and sweet, dissolving old judgments, nourishing the tender ground beneath. You feel yourself relax, letting go of the urge to rewrite the past, accepting that what happened, happened. You no longer need to fight these stories. You only need to hold them gently and let them rest. You turn your kindness outward, offering forgiveness to others who may have hurt you. You see them now not as villains, but as humans, confused, afraid, sometimes unskillful, but rarely cruel without cause. You imagine their hearts full of dreams and fears, and you let your anger soften. This is not forgetting, not excusing, but choosing to unburden yourself, to make space for peace. You notice how judgments, once so heavy, begin to melt like morning mist. Old resentments lose their shape, dissolving into the air. What remains is a sense of spaciousness, a freedom in your heart. You feel lighter, no longer weighed down by the effort to remember every slight, to keep every wound open. The sky above, endless and forgiving, seems vast enough to hold all your stories, all your sorrow, all your hope. You breathe in the night air, cool and calm. You sense that the sky watches over you, holding everything with patience and love. In this gentle presence, you are safe to forgive, not because someone asks you, not because you are forced to, but because your own heart is ready for healing. Forgiveness is not for others, but for you, a gift you give yourself at the end of a long day. You remember moments of reconciliation, of apology, of starting again. Even if these moments never came in waking life, you can offer them now in your mind's safe space. You picture the words unspoken, the hugs never given, the tears never shed. You allow these imagined acts of forgiveness to be real enough to heal. The heart does not know the difference, it only knows relief, the loosening of a long-held knot. You rest in this feeling, your breath deepening, your body growing heavier, softer. The stories that once made you flinch are now like pebbles at the bottom of a clear pool, visible, but no longer disturbing the surface. You are free to let them be, to let them rest, to let them fade. You notice how peace slips in quietly, filling the spaces left by judgment. Where once there was tightness, now there is openness. Where once you braced yourself, now you relax. The sky above reflects this change of vastness that seems to stretch even wider. Moon that shines more kindly, you realize that forgiveness is not a what-I'm act, but a gentle practice, a habit of softening, of loosening your grip on old pain. You offer thanks quietly to yourself for being brave enough to remember and brave enough to forgive. You thank the night, the sky, the steady stars for holding your story so gently. You trust that you are not alone, millions of hearts beating under the same sky, each one learning, each one letting go in their own time. You imagine the person you were, the people you knew, the paths that crossed and parted. You offer them a blessing, simple and sincere. May you be free. May you be peaceful. May you know forgiveness. You let these words float up, joining the night air. Carried away on a gentle breeze, your breath slows, your body surrenders to the comfort of your bed. The stories of the past are not erased, but rewritten in the language of compassion. You see now that every memory, softened by forgiveness, is a stepping stone to peace. You lie quietly, feeling the vast sky above and the quiet love within. You have softened old stories, loosened the knots of judgment, created space for healing to enter. The night is patient, the sky is wide, and your heart is ready for rest. As you drift toward sleep, you trust that forgiveness offered gently, perceived kindly, will open the way for all that is new and whole and good to enter your life. Again and again, as softly as the stars. Night cradles you, a gentle hand cupping your spirit as you slip deeper into the quiet. The world is softened, smoothed by darkness and the slow, unhurried movement of your breath. With every exhale, you sink a little further into the mattress, surrendering the last tensions of the day, letting your thoughts scatter and drift like leaves in a slow-moving stream. This is the hour for healing, for gentle release, for compassion to become the balm that soothes your wounds. In the velvet hush, you sense old aches and bruises within you, memories that flare sometimes in waking hours, pains that echo in your chest or catch in your throat. Tonight, you do not turn away. Instead, you welcome these wounds with kindness. You imagine them not as failures, but as soft, aching creatures in need of comfort. You wrap each one in compassion, as if tucking a child beneath a warm, protective blanket. You murmur to them quietly, "It's all right, you are seen, you are loved." As you drift toward sleep, you allow your breath to become the rhythm of release. Inhale, welcoming peace. Exhale, letting go. Each breath is a gentle tide washing through the corners of your heart, clearing the dust of regret, smoothing the roughness of old anger. Your lungs fill with cool, fresh air. Your body grows lighter, your spirit softer. You picture your old wounds, the words that stung, the disappointments that linger, the mistakes you wish you could unmake. Each one appears as a small, luminous shape, a pearl, a feather, a wisp of cloud. You gather them gently, holding them without judgment. You notice their textures, their colors, their quiet stories. There is no rush to erase them, no pressure to move on. You simply let them be, trusting that in the act of noticing, the healing has already begun. You wrap these hurts in compassion, layer after layer, like a shawl of softest wool. Compassion is not pity, but understanding, the simple recognition that you have suffered, that you have tried, that you have loved and lost and kept going anyway. Compassion transforms wounds into wisdom, pain into possibility. You cradle your hurts as you would a small bird, knowing that with gentleness they will find the strength to fly away. You imagine now a slow, gentle wind rising. The night itself offers its help, ready to lift away whatever you are willing to release. With a breath, you let one old wound go, setting it on the breeze. You watch as it floats upward, light and free, carried into the vastness above. Another breath, another release. The process is effortless, natural, each letting go a gift, each surrender a small act of courage. With every wound you release, You feel a sense of freedom blooming within. Space opens where tightness once lived. Your chest is less heavy, your mind less crowded. You notice how forgiveness does not require grand gestures or dramatic confessions. It is a quiet act, a private blessing, a gentle permission to let yourself move forward. Forgiveness becomes your superpower, not a denial of what happened, but a willingness to set yourself free. You realize in this gentle night that forgiveness is never weakness. It is an act of strength, a reclaiming of your own peace. With every hurt you let go, you choose your own healing. You choose lightness, you choose ease. You choose to stop carrying what was never yours to bear forever. The night supports you in every letting go. The darkness is not empty, but full of invisible hands guiding your burdens away, full of silent encouragement, full of patient hope. The stars above watch in quiet approval, knowing that you are doing sacred work, weaving new possibilities out of old pain. You let your breath guide you deeper. Each inhale a gentle invitation, each exhale a deeper release. You picture the hurts that remain, those that are not ready to go, and you offer them patience when you are ready. You whisper, I will be here. Compassion is your promise, your soft strength. You trust that all will unfold in its own time. You feel your body growing lighter. As if the bed is lifting you, there is more space for peace, more room for hope. You notice small signs of change, the quiet in your mind, the warmth in your chest, the way your jaw unclenches, your hands relax. You are not erasing the past, but transforming it. You are reclaiming your own softness, your own worth, your own right to rest. You dream of walking through a quiet landscape of meadow beneath, a gentle sky, the grass cool under your feet, the air fresh and sweet. You carry nothing but yourself. The world is wide, and you are free to move, to explore, to wonder what new joys the dawn will bring. Each step feels easier than the last. You have released so much, and the universe greets you with open arms. You imagine meeting those who once hurt you, not to reopen wounds, but to send them kindness as you walk by. You do not need to say a word. Forgiveness is your silent companion, your invisible blessing. You walk lighter, knowing that what you have released no longer weighs you down. The night deepens. The sky is vast, compassionate, welcoming. You sense the presence of countless others, each practicing their own release, each wrapped in the quiet power of forgiveness. You are not alone. There is a community in letting go, a universal wisdom in making space for healing. You rest, trusting that the work is done for now. Your old wounds are wrapped in compassion, set free to float away. The spaces they leave behind are not empty, but full of possibility, places for joy, for hope, for peace to grow. You feel ease settling into every part of you. Your heart beats quietly, unhurried and strong. Your body melts into the safety of the bed, supported by the night, by your own gentle courage. You breathe in, knowing you are loved. You breathe out, letting go of what no longer serves. You are free, at ease, gently powerful. Forgiveness is your superpower, your nightly blessing. The secret you carry into tomorrow. The night continues to support you, holding you steady as you rest, whispering that you are worthy of every new beginning. You drift toward sleep, unburdened, light, at peace. The night is long, the healing gentle, and every breath is an act of release. A quiet promise to yourself that you will continue to let go, continue to grow, continue to welcome the blessings of compassion. And as you rest, you know forgiveness and freedom are yours tonight and always under these gentle skies. Dawn arrives quietly, brushing the world with the palest light, delicate as the touch of a feather. The sky above your window transforms, its first hues tender and patient peach gold. A whisper of blue, the hush of night has softened every corner, and as you stir beneath the covers, you notice it first in your heart, a sense of newness, a surprising ease. You stretch gently, aware that you are lighter, as if you have been emptied of old burdens while you slept. Your heart is a clear pool, deep and calm, reflecting the promise of this gentle day. You rest for a moment, savoring this sensation. The air is cool and fresh, the room bathed in a glow that hints at new beginnings. Inside you, there is space soft open, waiting to be filled with whatever goodness the morning brings. You place your hand on your chest and feel your heartbeat, steady and sure. A quiet testament to your resilience. You have made it through another night of healing. You have softened your stories, released old wounds, wrapped yourself in compassion, and now you greet the day with a clear heart. Clear heart. Forgiveness is not a word, but a feeling, a sensation of lightness, of space, of freedom. You sense the difference before you name it, the way your breath moves more easily, the The way your body feels after, the way hope flickers in your mind. You have cleared a path for love and trust to return, for kindness to flow into the spaces once filled with pain. You welcome these visitors gently, grateful for their arrival, unafraid to let them stay. You rise slowly, each movement a celebration of this lightness. The floor is cool beneath your feet, the world still quiet, and you walk with a quiet dignity, knowing the courage it took to let go. You wash your face, and with every splash of water, you sense the layers that have been released: old anger, regret, judgments, all carried away in the night. You look in the mirror and see someone softer, someone open to the gifts of the new day. You begin your morning ritual, simple acts transformed by your newfound clarity. You pour tea or coffee, feeling gratitude for the warmth in your hands. You eat, savoring every bite, aware of the miracle that you can nourish yourself. You open a window, letting in fresh air, letting the promise of dawn settle in your home. Each action feels deliberate, infused with peace. The world outside is awakening. Sunlight crawls across rooftops, birds lift their voices in gentle greeting. Leaves shimmer with dew. You listen for a moment, noticing the orchestration of morning, the way every sound and sight feels hopeful. The newness in the world mirrors the newness within you. Forgiveness has done its quiet work, making space for joy to enter. You notice, as you move through the first moments of your day, that you are willing to trust again. The world feels less threatening, more inviting. Where suspicion or self-protection once lived, there's openness now, a willingness to see the best in others and in yourself. You feel how forgiveness does not erase the past, but changes your relationship to it. The pain has lost its sharpness, the stories have softened. You are no longer defined by what hurt you, but by the love you are willing to let in. You greet the people in your life with new eyes. Maybe you share a smile, a kind word, or a touch. Maybe you simply think of someone, wishing them well. You notice that the space inside you makes room for more connection, more understanding. You are patient with those you love, gentle with their shortcomings, aware that everyone is on their own journey of healing. If you remember an old hurt, you notice how it feels different now, smaller, softer, easier to release. You may even find yourself blessing those memories, grateful for the growth they inspired. You are learning to forgive, not just once, but as a practice, a gentle turning of the heart. A daily act of choosing freedom over resentment. You walk outside or simply stand in the light, letting the sun warm your face. You breathe deeply, filling your lungs with the new day. Each inhale feels like a beginning, each exhale a letting go. You notice the way your heart feels spacious, capable of welcoming whatever comes next. You are ready for new joys, for laughter, for possibility. The journey of healing continues. You trust that there will be more to forgive, more moments to soften, more stories to rewrite in kindness. You do not rush, you do not push. Healing is gentle, patient, and it arrives in its own time. You promise yourself to return to compassion whenever old wounds reappear, to offer yourself the grace of another new beginning. You realize that every day is a chance to begin again, lighter than before, less entangled in yesterday's troubles. Or open to today's gifts. You celebrate the small victories, a kind thought, a soft word, a moment when you choose peace over anger. Each one is a step on your path, breaking the foundation of your clear heart. As the morning unfolds, you carry this spaciousness with you. You are not afraid to feel, to hope, to love again. Forgiveness has made room for all that is good, and you are determined to fill that space with gratitude, with joy, with the quiet certainty that you are whole and worthy no matter what has come before. You notice beauty everywhere, sunlight on water, the laughter of a child, the scent of something blooming nearby. You are awake to the world, alive to its possibilities. The light that fills your heart spills over, blessing everything you touch. If you stumble or falter, you remind yourself that you can always begin again. Forgiveness is patient, always waiting, always available. The path of healing is long, but you are not alone. The sky above is vast, the earth beneath is steady, and your own heart is more resilient than you knew. You pause often, returning to your breath, to the space in your chest, to the promise of a new beginning. You remember that healing is a journey, not a destination. Some days will be easier than others. Some wounds will need to be forgiven many times. But with each sunrise, you become lighter, more open, more free. As the day grows brighter, you give thanks for the night that held you, for the dreams that helped you release, for the compassion that softened your stories. You thank yourself for your courage, for your willingness to try again. You thank the world for its beauty, for its endless opportunities to heal and to love. afraid of what is to come. You are ready to welcome new joys, to meet challenges with kindness, to offer forgiveness as often as it is needed. The journey continues as gentle and patient as dawn's light. And as you move forward, each day is a gift, a chance to begin again. Promise that you are always becoming lighter, always growing, always able to greet the morning with a heart as clear and spacious as the sky above.